passing by. Tom Hanks passed by. Just one loose and a hanging shot. Touch your side, it causing bad. But on the same time, brighter can't be that. Lost gloves, missing shoes, mazes and monsters. Dragnet, turning fools. He's that man with the one-man shoe. Tom Hanks passed by. Just one loose and a hanging shot. Touch your side, it causing bad. But on the same time, brighter can't be bad. Angels and demons, which one are you? You're a lady killer, that thing you do. Pictures of missing gloves and lost shoes. What's up with all the gloves and shoes? Tom Hanks passed by. Just one loose and a hanging shot. Check your side, it causing bad. But on the same time, brighter can't be that. That's right, it's Tom Hanks passed by. Oh, just one loose and a hanging shot. Check tight, it causing bad. But on the same time, brighter can't be bad.
Deep energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. If you wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama. Yeah, I got that big D energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, it's okay.
I really had a big like a llama. I whip that thing out like Michael Obama.
We already had it with
I got that
Obama,
big
so
energy.
let's just calm down.
Nobody wanna step to me.
No.
And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. I'm a girl, 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 I'm a whip the thing out like Michael Obama. I got that big energy. Ain't nobody wanna step at me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. Ain't got that clit, bitch. Hung like a llama. I whip that dick out.
Layla, hates her, hotties. Oh yeah, Layla, she hates her, hotties. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she hates the hotties. Oh yeah.
we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
We used to think we knew, constantly explore the room. Our possibilities come true, so what we do is call out to the good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. Which is where those bigger mistakes, entertaining, calling linguists, good guys. Forum of decorum needs a secretive society to advance on philosophies intentionally, magically good guys, good guys, good guys, good guys. Which is where the mischief making. It's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys.
Big up yourselves, good guys and good guy chat. How are you guys doing this evening?
Great. I feel fantastic.
I'm getting
Refresh.
embarrassed about RG's talking about queefing.
Are you really
that?
getting embarrassed?
What's
I
that?
am.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Aren't they pussy farts? Right?
I don't
Or am
know.
I
I'm
wrong?
5D. No, that's totally what it is. I thought that was
You're a
like
lesbian.
a
It
public
happens
way.
after doggy style sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't happen as often to us to be fair. To be fair.
Hasn't for me in a really long time. Okay, shit. But yeah, it's whatever.
I'm sure I told you guys this on Secret Society of Good Guys. So if I haven't, I didn't plan on starting this way, but hey, you guys, this is how we're going in.
It was the
But
chat.
it
Sorry.
was the chat. They're bad influences on us, and we have no rules. So if I've told you this, so me and my brother, when we first found out queefs came out of the pussy, in our kid brain, we thought
Like
they
what?
were higher pitched. So like your so like your butt would sing like baritone or bass, and then like your pussy would sing like soprano or alto. So anytime we would like one of us would be getting yelled at, but the other one would be like in eyesight, we would always do this like fairy jump, like any real thing. Like sometimes like my brother could be like it could just be anything, but we would do the front of our legs open, so it would be like or we'd be like my brother would like be sitting and he'd open his legs and be like
Like a dolphin.
yeah, but it was like that's how we pictured queefs sounding when we were kids. Like they were gonna be high pitched, like sound.
The first time
So my
I
brother would like take
experienced
off
one-
running across the room and go.
The first time I ever experienced one was interesting. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, that, what hole did that come out of? I was like confused when it first happened, and it sounds different. You know, it's like a, I don't know.
It's-
That's like it's like a loose.
It's like suction. It's like air put in and then suction.
It's weird.
But you know what? To be fair to like the queef sound, if the Diva Cup did more queef sounding, it wouldn't hurt so bad.
I know. Oh my
That's
god.
the problem with the Diva Cup. It's like not shaped
sucks your
correctly like a
clitoris, though.
penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't
good.
think it's healthy. I wonder what that does to women in a long term like scenario. Like, would it change your insides? Make the vaginal portal really small and narrow, and I mean like short? eventually through.
No, it feels like it's going over like I don't know, it does if it's suctioning that much so that when you're pulling it out, could it make it like elongated?
Well, does it
I don't
actually do you have
know.
to, like, fit it over your cervix when you put it up there? That seems so complicated,
No,
or does
but
it
it just
no?
You
goes up
just kind of
there. It kind of just goes up there.
I was
yeah,
like,
we're
"Does he have to reach all the
anti-diva
way up
cup
there?" They'd be
here.
like,
You do not
"Yeah,
get to join the secret society of good guys with diva cup.
No,
yeah, sorry."
no,
We are anti-diva cup. I
no,
will
no, no.
also say there may be people watching on Rumble for the first time. I don't know if it is working correctly over there, but I'm kind of excited that it is because the overlords at YouTube, they're gonna test us till the end of time. So it's good that
We're
we have
testing them too.
yeah, we see
We're
you, YouTube.
watching you. We're watching
Hopefully
you.
we don't unravel you, but we need you right now.
Yeah, like seriously, come on. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are y'all doing? It's like a whole
I just thought
other
we were
like
allowed to talk about this now. I really thought like,
what queefs?
really? No, what we got in
No.
trouble for,
Oh,
like, isn't that
oh,
wild? Will we get in trouble for talking about queefs? Probably not. But last
no,
episode, you guys can go find it. We went a little too. We knew we were going to get in trouble. We were just brazen, and we were like, maybe
yeah.
we're allowed to talk
We're
about
like,
wacky
fuck
vac,
it.
Fauci out.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
No,
No, we're
still
not.
no. And the funny thing is, no, thank you. Anyway, what was I saying?
The funny thing is of what we got in trouble for last week.
It's all like you can verify all of it.
Yeah,
You know,
we
it's
can pull
verified
peer-reviewed
information.
studies.
Yeah, like, but okay, you want to play that game? Cool. We'll
Where
play.
now?
We'll play along for now until we get mad again.
Yeah.
Or we find another topic that we're not allowed to talk about.
There's a few out there.
You never
There-
know when it's just the 3 of us, shit.
I know.
Mhm.
So what else is happening in the week? Anything good? I haven't been keeping up on anything.
Me neither. But like, I do like scroll the realm sometimes, and I. You want to say something, Abby? Go ahead.
Oh,
Before
I was just gonna say,
because there's a topic I'll bring up anyway.
Sulphur, Oklahoma got leveled last night from a tornado.
Oh yeah,
So,
What does that mean?
like, it
It's
was a
cloud
town about the
seeding.
size of my town, and it's like,
The
doesn't
town's gone?
yeah, more or less.
Yeah,
Like,
That is
fatalities and everything.
wild.
Yeah.
Like
it's
4
all
people died.
controlled. I'm
Yep.
telling you, the intensity of these storms, they're being controlled. Like they're adding like juice in these storms.
Do you think the movie Twister was just kind of to sell us this idea of the super twister? Like we all watch these weather movies kind of like day after tomorrow. Do you think they were
Oh my-
all just to sell us these weather wars that they're up to?
Well, maybe
Yeah.
because that whole incident with that black spot near Antarctica in the ocean. Well, that technically happened again this week, I believe. The internet world showed this happening. So like that same region where that black spot showed of like 90-foot waves heading towards Africa and then all of a sudden it disappeared. Well, that glitch happened again in the same spot. But what is interesting about this spot, it looks like something from within is like either being bombed and they're like testing to see how much of a shock they could create in the patterns of the waves. Like it's like an epicenter and it just
Hmm.
waves out like a circle.
Do you
I'm
have
just
this on
like,
your page?
no, I have to get the
Okay.
link on my, and I'll send it to you so you can show everybody.
Or you could drop the link
Like
in
whatever.
the private chat in this
Oh.
room and I can pull it up.
Oh yes, okay, I'll do
If
that.
if you're able to do that. If not, anything you post on your page, now I can find.
I
Now
don't
I
have
can
that one
find
on my
it.
page.
But
Unfortunately.
do you remember when everybody first got like Fitbits or whatever, and they were showing all the maps in Antarctica that the people were walking on their Fitbits underground?
Oh,
What's a
shit, no.
Fitbit?
It was like, I don't know if this is before you guys were born, but there used to be this thing that went around your wrist and it counted your steps and it
Oh yeah, that.
tracked your like walking.
Before
And
you were born, they're new.
I know, but are they new? They're like a decade old now, 2 decades old, it feels like.
I know, but I got a new one.
But yours is not a Fitbit. now, is it? Or is it still called a
Yeah, it's
Fitbit?
Fitbit. Mine's Fitbit brand. I don't want
Oh,
the Apple Watch because you have to charge those every single day. So this is better for me because I can charge it like every 4 or 5 days.
so yeah, I need to get a step counter too, but I was like, maybe I'll just get like an old school like one of the ones that isn't even attached to anything. But anyways,
God,
the
I forget what those
Fitbit,
are called.
they like pedometer.
Yeah, pedometer. There you go.
I would never have known that if like you called me and it was I don't even know why it was there.
Okay, I
But
found it. I'm gonna post it on my page, and then you can go on it because I don't
oh,
know how else to do it
perfect.
from TikTok.
But
TikTok.
those Fitbits, they mapped out all these underground bases in Antarctica. And everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, look at all these like," and one of them was a square, like it showed the whole thing, the entrance and how they walked around.
And you know that smartwatches are banned in the military.
I wonder if it took till that for them to be banned. They're like,
I
"Dope."
bet. Yeah, I bet
What a
that was
bunch of
it.
dope. That is so
Yeah.
crazy. Dope. Anyways, oh yeah, let me go to Layla's page. Sorry, you guys.
It's
I'm
almost done posting
also rolling a joint.
in like 5 seconds, I
I
think.
wasn't prepared enough to have my weed rolled before we came on air.
I'm
I think
smoking
I
out of a
only have
vaporizer.
an eighth of weed. What the?
That's
What
what I have
the?
right now.
I'm off tomorrow. What the?
Shit.
I'll
I don't
smoke
even
an
smoke
eighth of
weed. I
weed
have a
while we
ton at
hang
my
out
house right now.
tonight. I'm like, it's Sunday night. I need that just to get through this episode.
Right?
Sorry.
But this is why I like this thing. Like, you can get really blitzed with this thing.
Is it? Do you have concentrate in there?
No, herbal. It's a herbal vape. You just put your herb in here and it vaporizes it into like a vape instead of like a smoke. And it's just delish. I love it.
I have concentrate.
I
I
love
have other
concentrate. I don't
things.
have.
I have concentrate. I have edibles. Yeah, I
The
will
video's
tell.
up.
I'll tell you guys something, and I kind of we chatted about it on the phone a little bit today, but there's a few things I want. One, I want to tell you guys about a not fight between me and my wife, but then you have to remind me that I want to really get the male's audience opinion on something else. It's completely different after. I just know I will forget that thought. I could write it down. I just don't have a. Oh, look at this pen.
And by the way, I don't know if the video is like a really good one, but it showed that the blob is back. But we'll just watch it and see what it says about it anyway together.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I was supposed to do this thing with my wife, and it's a black tie thing. It's with her friends. It's like a gathering. I didn't want to do this thing. I never wanted to do this thing, but I was humoring her the whole time. I even shopped for this thing. I got an outfit to match hers on the thing. And then yesterday I didn't feel great. I think if not for the chemo, maybe I might have started my period yesterday. Like, I don't know if my body will ever have its period again, but I think like I went through all the symptoms of it. So I didn't feel great. And I slept a long time. I woke up this morning. I had to go to work. And then she reminded me right after you get off work, you have to get ready because we're going to this party. And I wanted to cry. I was like immediately like I forgot about it. I have it on my calendar. I would have learned about it at some point in the day, but it was just so overwhelming. Like I have to go and like I'm going to be at work once I get off work. I have to small talk with people and turn it on because to be Julie's wife around a whole bunch of people that work with her, I have to be like the best version of myself. I can't just be a schlub. And I'm like, oh, okay, get it together. Get your party face on throughout the day. So then I was like, I want to show up for her. Like I decided like I want to be there for her. And so I sent her a voicemail like, hey, I just want you to know, like, I want to be there for you and show up. And I apologize about this morning. And she texts me back like, nope, you're off the hook. Like, you don't have to go at all. Like, you don't like being around alcohol that much. You don't like small talk at all. It's like you're anti. And it's just going to be me hanging out with my work friends. And I don't want to have to worry. Like, no one ever has to worry about me. I'm fine. But she's like, I'll want to go earlier if you're there. I'll want to leave earlier. Like I'll know that it's not and she's like, I love you enough to not have to do that. And it was like the first time in our relationship that she's like, we don't have to do everything together. I realized today, like, you could do
Mm,
your own thing and I could do my own thing and it's fine. And I was
yeah.
like, and so I asked one of my guys at work, I was like, this just happened and stuff. And he goes, I don't know. When my wife tells me I don't have to go somewhere, it's a trap.
I don't think
So
that's it. I
no,
don't
I
think
got
that's
home and she
it.
was getting ready and she was like, looking all sexy at her vanity with her little thong on. And like before a lady puts on her dress, like her hair's all done and her makeup's all done, but she, that part before the shoes and dress are on, but everything else is on. And which is kind of funny, I will just say for everybody out there, like, lady, there is another kind of bra that isn't a real bra now. It's just like suction boobs. And so when she's sitting there because she was going to wear her suction boobs today, it looks like a Barbie doll because she has no nipples. But they're flesh colored with no nipples. So it's just like a doll sitting at the vanity doing her thing. And so I was watching her and I was like, are you sure? I don't mind getting ready. And she's like, no, I'm good. And she just looked beautiful. And then I sent her out the door and I'm like,
She did look beautiful. Holy shit.
this is amazing. Yeah. And she had her booty on.
Yep. Saw it.
Yeah. So, and I feel like she goes, I love that you like want me to look good out. Like, she's like, I've dated people that they
Absolutely.
would be like, shitty. And I'm like,
Who are
I
you
want you to
dressing up
be a
for?
flamin'. Yeah. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Oh, you're getting all, and I'm like, no. But anyways, so it was like, as long as we've been together, it was a big step in our relationship.
I used to get upset when my husband didn't want to do things, and then I realized, honestly, I had a better time if he didn't want to be there without him there.
Mm,
So, yeah,
hmm.
I
Some
can relate to
things
that.
we love to do together, but I have my friends, and it's not because my friends don't love Jules. It's just
Yeah.
we talk about different shit when Jules isn't there. Not that Jules won't talk about all the shit we talk about too, but it's like whatevs. And then she has her lady friends, and it's fine. She goes to tea and out to eat and does her thing. It's just really nice having these separate, like, existence and to be in a like trusting relationship. Like, I know we like big up Thomas, like his girl let him come and hang out with 3 girls in a house and get that, like, that was so cool and like
It was
very
awesome.
secure
Yeah.
of her to let her do that, like him do that with us. But in the
Yeah.
same regards, Jules secure as fuck to let me come and hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of Thomas's girl, we're not talking about his mom. Just for the
Yeah.
record.
Not his mom.
Yeah, good
Thomas
point.
doesn't live with his mom.
He
No, he
doesn't live in the
doesn't.
basement
He's a
of his
big boy.
mother's.
Okay.
Oh.
Just thought that should be said.
Shots fired.
I'm still packing my joint. That's probably why I haven't gotten it together yet. So, Layla,
Yeah.
you got to take in a little of the Bach Tower.
Oh yeah. A little bit.
Um,
And
for those of you
honestly,
that don't know, there was a odd episode with Paranoid American and Old World Florida and Reality Czars and Zertis. I wanted to shout everybody out. I think you can find it on all their pages. It was like a multiple stream, and they were there. What I understood was to kind of debate the Bach Tower, just talk about the nuances of the Bach Tower. Everybody who knows Thomas out there knows that Thomas and Juan have done like a 5 to 6 hour episode on the Bach Tower, and it was coming out and everything like this. Anyone that listens to their shows or a fan of theirs, they have been Bach towering
they
for
read
like
it.
at least they were Bach towering way back when we even all met in person. We were Bach towering on stage. They brought up the fucking Bach Tower. So
Mhm.
I'm like, the amount of Bach towering that I've heard, and the idea that if you know Thomas, that you would think he'd bring up something that much without having read it and everything else on it, who created it, who quoted it. Like, anyways, go on, Layla.
Yeah,
So
like
they did an episode and Layla finally took it in.
Yeah, I took it in and it fucking triggered the fuck out of me. I'm like, who is this little pidgey mush motherfucker like crying like a little bitch? Like imagine saying all that to fucking Paranoid's face. Like he wouldn't, number one. Like number one. Like you don't know who Thomas really is. And the way that Thomas fucking handled himself there just proved to the world the difference between what a man is and what a little bitch is. Okay, micro penis, probably fucking fat clit, vegan eating, bony skeletor motherfucker. Like, oh my god, yeah, that's what I got to say about that.
I
Like,
love this word, pudgy
fuck
mudge.
out of here, bushy
Mush.
mush,
I
you
know.
little fucking oof,
It sounds like
oof.
your grandmother is even upset with
No, it's just like that's our boy, number one. Like anyone who fucking goes off live behind a fucking screen, you little pidgey mush. That's what you are. It's like you got shit. You got the balls to talk to him behind a fucking screen. Why don't you do it to his face? And he kept saying that to Thomas, but say what? There was no beef.
Don't you think it's kind of funny? Have you ever said to somebody aloud, I would even say that to your face?
That's the bitch. That's a bitchy ass fucking thing to say. Longo.
It was
Longo
so
where?
weird. It was so
What
weird.
feminine. What a female. He was such a female. I thought men are supposed to control their emotions or like they don't have emotions like we do, but that was like emotional. Like so
Did
emotional.
you watch it like again and have to rewind it and be like, what
No,
happened?
no. I was just like, I don't know why, but he's a hater. That's the vibe I got is like this guy's fucking hating on him so hard. Like fuck your 50,000 followers. Like
I couldn't go
you're a
back and
hater.
watch. Yeah, I
No.
couldn't go back and watch
I
because
could have
I
watched the
his
whole thing.
voice pissed me off after a while. Like that's a I had some real righteous anger. I was fucking pissed. And I mean, I was saying things, I was thinking things I've never thought before. I was like, I would squeeze that guy's testicles until I popped like fucking pimples. Like I was
Mhm.
pissed. Like this motherfucker, why is he talking like this to Thomas? And yeah, so then watching like I to go back and watch and try to figure it out, like I don't want to hear this motherfucker talk for even a second. Like I did rewatch the shit he said to Thomas, but I don't care to listen to all his fucking pompous ass shit about the fucking box. I got not interested at
Him and
all.
his fucking books. Did you read it? Did you fuck you and your idols, bro? Like literally. Oh my god, triggered about a fucking topic like that? What? Like you can't have like a philosophical conversation and play devil's advocate? Like why not? Isn't that what
What?
philosophy is? To like, understand all sides of how people think?
I like
But no,
how
they
he
lack
goes,
that.
Thomas, are you a Mason? And Thomas goes, 32nd degree.
Period.
But he isn't a 32nd degree. But it was just funny how 32nd degree, like stone. And then immediately I saw him like, anytime anyone brings it up. And then he fucking got the hat. Like he leaned in.
I
He
loved
I
got
it
the
too.
loved
I
hat.
was
it.
like, fucking
He's
smart
the
ass
man.
motherfucker. He really
He's the man.
is.
Yeah, the way he handled it, fucking
Cool
What
as
this
fuck.
is the thing too, I think for grown ass people, just grown ups in general. Whatever you are, whatever your thing is, whatever your avatar that you're walking around the world in, if you haven't dealt with whatever everybody's already said to it enough times to build skin to that thing, it's just such a like if somebody I will big up someone if they actually make me laugh with a put down. But it's just like fat
They're like, oh,
come
touche.
better than that. Like it's just like, oh, and meat eating brisket, you're burned. You're burned. And my favorite fucking
Fat.
part of the whole thing, my favorite part of the whole entire show was when Longo's like, and fellas, we don't even need him on this stream. I have my 50,000 followers. Drop him off this stream. Like he
You're
waving
done.
his hair. You're
Bye.
done. Bye. You
And then
guys, we
nobody
don't
does
need him.
anything.
Remember when I said it? You
remember, I'm
guys,
cool.
Remember,
I'm
my
cool.
50,000 followers? Well, you're going to keep me. He could have turned himself off the stream at any point. But what a guy like him, and then he said, like, oh, I introduced you to all these Florida content creators.
No.
Like, y'all, what? I know Thomas for years. Like, I know me and Thomas could be Dr. Longo's parents. It's just so ridiculous to me, the audacity that some people think they are. Like, they get to this place. Do you realize I have 50,000 followers? Yeah, so does my 13-year-old niece.
And then he
Yeah.
insults
She
all his
twirls,
followers. Like, I don't give a
like,
fuck about my followers. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, so you're insulting your audience, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, do you not realize that?
ugh,
Like,
I
y'all,
just,
I care about you guys. I'm excited that you're here and that you join us every week. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, women, if you're ever dating a man that reacts like that, just no, that's not it.
The key word
Okay.
is vegan.
well, I think a lot of it too is he had to stand up in the entire interview. And he starts out and he's like eating. And then even when he's talking to Thomas, hey, he has his water bottle. He's like, I don't care. I'd say this to you in person. It's just like this.
Was he on something?
I don't know.
Or maybe needed to be on something, honestly.
I don't know. I think it's little brother syndrome all day. I think he's always been like the little brother to his big brother. I think his big brother is the better version of him. I think he's better looking, and I think he's smarter, and I think he's more successful, and I think of the Logan brothers, I think Dr. Longo just lives in his brother's shadow. That's really what I think. And so it just hurts his little tininess when a guy like Thomas, because he's allowed to say anything he wants and everyone lets him say it because everybody that clout chases cares about his audience and they don't want to upset it. They don't want to upset it. Who cares? Who
Yeah.
cares?
Some people may agree with you, some people don't.
Who
Triggered.
cares? And why are you going to get so upset that you're like a personal digs? And he's trying to say what philosophy is and what theology is and what these things are and debate it, like everything he's trying to say what is. But you know what? You just proved what isn't you. You couldn't do any of those things. You were not capable and you were emotionally invested in everything.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. It was so emotional. Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
and another Christian grifter. Another person that's like, I have an esoteric bookstore where I sell crystals and I sell tarot cards, but just so you guys remember, I'm a Christian. I want to
Yeah.
teach the world magic, but just so you guys remember, I'm a Christian. Like, that's Christian grift shit. Like, he is a trust fund kid. Trust fund
He is
kid.
probably.
Like, no, he isn't a trust fund kid. He's a couch surfer. His parents don't even, they're probably like, you got to get your shit together. And so now
Yeah.
he's like, I don't know, whatever. I don't care.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Pudgy mood.
I only care
Canceled.
about
Bye-bye.
our friends. That's what I care about. Fuck
Yeah.
him. Mhm.
That's it. Yeah. I would have never even noticed, but don't come sideways at any of my people.
Don't, like, literally.
Mm-mm. I've lost
You don't
bigger
want these
channels.
witches mad at you.
I've stood in front of bigger audiences. I just feel like either two, once you have had a plague of frogs raining on you, it gives you skin like no other. Like, like once you've had your lady friends doxed in real life, it is so different than what these dudes understand. Like, there is like most of us out there, we have to walk to our car at night when we're leaving work because we're scared of being raped, or we can't jog after a certain point because we don't want to get raped at night. And like, it's a constant thing in the world. And I've had my lady friends gone at like that. And so my skin is so thick that I'm going to follow the lead with Thomas on air. Like, Thomas is a big dude and he doesn't give a fuck about it. It's like duck off a water's back. But me, I just want everyone out there to know Thomas didn't put us up to this.
No. No, this was
No.
our just wanting to like.
We had to
Mm-mm.
get it off our chest.
You don't try and do that.
Because we're not
Try
shooting the
because
shit
yeah.
tonight. We're talking shit tonight because we're
Mhm.
all fucking pissed on behalf of our friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like don't play games.
And we really do want to drag Thomas into it. So, because he
Yeah.
kept his cool, we don't have to keep
Yeah.
our cool though.
Yeah, no, we don't. He can because the beef is between them. But
And the different, like, I could do whatever I want. This isn't my pulpit. This isn't
yeah,
my welcome to my. You're lucky, paranoid American, that I let you in front of my pulpit. And if you think you're gonna come in front of my pulpit, and y'all, we're just podcasting here. You know, like we're just
seriously.
like no one's reinventing the wheel. No one's finding information that you can't find from other more enjoyable sources.
We're
Like
not that important.
whatever it
It's
is you're looking into out there that you think that person out there is like the only person that can ever show me about Florida. No, probably not.
no. There's many who
Like,
do it.
yeah, I just am like, nope. You have to be where we're headed in this world. Be real. Be a real one.
Yeah, like how
Be
could
a
you get
real one.
angry
Don't
of
be a
stories that
narcissist.
are regurgitated over and over again? You know, it's like it's really not that serious. It's not. Friendships are important, not the material that you're arguing about. Like what the fuck?
No, but there
Keep it-
is that saying where it's like small people talk about people, good people talk about uh places, and like above average people talk about ideas. I don't
Yeah,
remember what the quote is in a more beautiful
Yeah.
way, but it
yeah,
is kind of that idea. It's like if my idea holds no merit, I'm going to attack you personally.
yeah,
If I get to be the smartest person in the room around all my people all the time, and that's really what my ego holds on to, and then you guys come in the room in front of all the people that always thought I was the smartest, and in 2 hours show the people that thought I was the smartest that I don't have all the answers to everything. Because that's what I feel like the big deal is with everything too, is everybody wants their audience to think they're the ones that are coming up with the answers, instead of
yeah,
just like, here's some things I looked into, here's a person I big up, here's somebody I watch, here's a conversation I had, here's my mind changing.
yeah. I don't know what it is with men
Self-confidence and
and like
self-importance, though, is insecurity. Like,
yeah,
it's not the opposite of insecurity. It's just a fucking spectrum of insecurity. It's
yeah,
it's masked insecurity. Self-worth is a different thing, but self-worth doesn't have to prove shit to anybody. So that's where you see the difference between Thomas, who he knows his worth. He didn't have to fucking prove it. He didn't have to fucking
He didn't
discuss
have to
it.
say, I don't sleep on my mom's couch,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I
Even
have
though
too read that box saga twice.
Yeah.
Like he didn't ever say the things that
I
like,
do know Aleister Crowley. I
Yeah.
fucking done a whole
He
episode
just
on
kept
him
a
in freaking
straight
Red.
face the whole
Yeah.
time. Like just very, let's get back to the conversation. Let's get back, he was
stoic,
diving in.
and he's like,
Yeah.
I do have another question open to the room. I don't want to trigger anyone. So he still made me laugh through it, that I was like, oh shit.
Uh,
But even that big brotherness, like Longo wanted so bad to embarrass him or get him off the stream or do this thing, but it did nothing of it. And it made him more and more like he just
Wild.
stayed there. Yeah, just pacing.
what did we decide? It was autism,
I don't
right?
know.
Yes,
Abby's,
it is.
but here's
Autistic
one
traits.
thing real quick. Abby, is Layla a little fuzzy for you?
Yes, very fuzzy.
Okay. I want her
Like
to be
why?
crystal clear, and I probably think our audience wants her to be crystal clear. Do you think you could like maybe
Hold on.
shut down the whole app and then come back in?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
I didn't know if it was just me and I didn't want to interrupt it, but I'm sure everybody would like to see her clear, especially when she's saying pudgy mudge or whatever.
I know. I actually wanted to say something about that earlier.
Yeah, I like those words. I even like Yiddish words.
I know. I'm like, Layla just needs to teach us to cuss in Albanian. I was thinking about this today. Because I've been saying
I
that.
like
And
when
I
it's
called
like, oh yeah, on the Layla hates the hotties. song? How it's like, oh yeah. I want to
Well,
start calling her that.
and when I got my massage yesterday, this lady said to me, she said, and she was new. She was a new lady. I've never had her before, and she did a really good job. She goes, "You are my biggest dream and my worst nightmare. Yeah, you look way better." And then
Okay,
Better,
good.
but still not.
it's not crispy, but well, maybe it's not much better.
I don't know.
Maybe it's
I see
light.
myself
Not.
clearly on here.
I know. What do you think, chat? Let's see what the chat says. Let's see what the chat says. This
Said,
is
"Wipe
a
your camera."
musical interlude while we wait for crystal clear. Okay, what were you saying?
Okay, so at my massage yesterday, the word "bornacia" came into my mind, and so I said it in the voice note. I don't know if you guys heard me say it, but I was like,
Bornacia.
"Yeah," because I had a bornacia freaking do my massage, and I'm really thankful because
She got
needed
in
it.
there.
Yeah, like she literally said, she goes, "You are like every
Oh,
massage person's
sometimes
dream."
I have to do this to my camera. Like it doesn't like it. Yeah, like there are times where you're crystal clear, so it's like almost like your camera wants to find you. People
Uh,
said, "Did you put Vaseline on your camera?" But it wouldn't look clear to her. She
it
would
said it's
see it
probably a
clear.
connection issue
Yeah,
because it's
maybe.
pixelated.
All right, we can handle it as long as her voice sounds good.
Yeah, I am having connection issues. I don't know what's going on.
Probably the storm that went through Abby's that she was talking about that leveled that town is by your house now. Is it
It's so
I
raining
cold
there?
hope
over
not.
there.
No, it's beautiful out.
Oh, okay.
We've had
Maybe I should
tornadoes.
turn the computer on and off and come back in.
Yeah, it's
I'll
fine.
do that. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
All you need is patience. Okay, what were you saying?
I don't know. I was just talking about getting a massage, and it was good.
Oh yeah, by a Bolognese.
But bornacia, yeah, no, because like that's the one thing I stopped doing like 4 months ago, and I have to go once a month, or I screw my back up really bad. I got too many muscles, but that's what she was like. You're like an anatomy chart. She's like, it's so awesome to see, but it's also like a lot of work. So I tipped her 25%. I usually don't like to do that. But my back was fucked up, so I felt bad for her.
I know. That sounds to me though like one time I had somebody pick me up in a rickshaw. Like I was on a date and with friends. I don't remember what quite the scenario was, but I was like, I'm gonna get a rickshaw. And then this girl that picked us up in the rickshaw, it's almost like the ugly stripper. She ran like a block and I just felt bad. So I was just like, just keep the money, let me out. Just just get me
I
out of it.
can't do
This
this
is
to
the
you.
worst nightmare I ever seen watching you struggle. Try to like I felt like she should sit in the back and I should pull the rickshaw. Like
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't
like
think I ever
having
wanna
this
be in a rickshaw.
yeah, that's it was no, I've been in some way where you're with somebody like athletic and you're like, wow, this is the bomb. But this person didn't know what was up.
That is so funny and sad.
I know. I'm like, I don't think I'm like, did I let my dog out? I don't think I did.
Everybody's trying to ditch me right now.
I know now you have to do a solo podcast right now.
Okay. I'll just
I
talk about
won't do
random
that to
shit.
you. I won't do that to you. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, so I guess what I understand of the world is that there might be a debate between Biden and Trump. Do you think that's CGI? It hasn't even happened yet. I'm just like, is this real life
Is this real life? How is
or just
Biden even gonna
fantasy?
debate? How's he even gonna talk?
It seems
Oh,
ridiculous.
oh, because like Jim Carrey or whoever plays him is gonna step in.
Whoever plays him.
Yeah,
I'm like, it
whoever
just seems
plays
so
Joe Biden.
crazy. Like
What
the
is
whole
this
world
world?
we're in. Yeah, the whole world we're in. The entirety of it.
Like
Like,
they've replaced all these celebrities.
yeah, or just
Like,
the idea that there's part of the world that lives under a crown, and then there's part of the world that lives under a president, and then there's part of the world that's like a dictator, and then there's part of like what? Like all this is wild. Like when you really boil down each of these things, like, oh, this cop has this laws, and this state has this laws, and this federal government has this laws, and this judge can just say this to you, and then you have to do this. It is absurd. And you pay taxes for all of it. Like you work every fourth year of your life for free.
I know, it's sick. Like the amount of taxes. And I mean, 2% is what they fucking threw the tea in the harbor for, you know?
Yeah, we
So
threw out our tea.
2%? Was that what it was? Yeah. Something wild like that. And it's like, we pay taxes on every fucking thing. Twice, because your income tax and then
You said the tea, and it made my brain do a thing, or like threw the tea off the harbor. It made my brain do a thing about marijuana because I was thinking about, how like I feel people had bad flea season this year, like worse than normal. Everywhere I talk to, no matter where people live, they're like, "Oh, the fleas and my animals is driving me crazy." And allergies. Everybody's like, "I have the worst allergies, worse than I've ever had. It's so bad. Allergies, allergies, allergies." I was looking up certain terpenes in marijuana strands, and I think there's one called bisabolol, I think it is, bisabolol, and then, the caryophyllene, an easy one, but I think that if people smoked a joint of, like, low THC weed in the morning while they were meditating, like, even if it was a dog walker, like a little small joint, it might clear their because sometimes you're like, "Oh, I have a sore throat after I smoke a joint," or, "Oh, my nose runs," but really, it's just it's an expectorant. So I was
okay.
wondering if there's certain of these that could be good for allergy season. And nobody ever thinks smoking is good for allergies, but really it just coughs up, it like gets everything together. You cough up all the shit, and all
Well,
right.
that's
Drum roll.
Colt's
Are you
foot.
ready to see?
We'll see.
Let's see. Layla.
Well,
Sometimes.
fuck. I
Someone
don't know
said
what
it
to
might
do.
be the pattern on your shirt disrupting the
Oh,
camera.
it could be. Because sometimes she seems crystal clear.
Yeah.
No,
It
it's
could
my
be
connection. I hear it. It's just like weird. I don't know what's going on. I never have this issue. Ding, get the bowl.
sound
Clear out the
bowl.
energy.
Ding.
Ding.
All right. Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Anyways, we were talking about how crazy the CGI world is and that we pay taxes, like, and have all these people that could tell you what to do.
Yeah, don't you love that? Don't you love being governed so hard?
I know.
Monitored so hard? God, it's like we have parents that we're not aware of. Just watching our every move.
look at what Rig said. Chaney's trying to get Layla to take her shirt off.
Like the
I
comedian
wasn't even the
tonight.
one.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
got
Rig's
jokes
I
on
know, it's
fire
me.
tonight. I know, it was Abby
I won't
too.
lie. I think Layla's got nice tits, of course.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it was totally Abby.
Guilty.
Yeah, look at
goodness.
she don't even care. Abby brought up queefing right at the beginning.
Even though it's like a topic I don't like that word. And then yeah, I almost said something
Why the fuck
inappropriate
not?
about Chaney's wife earlier too, because she looked really good.
Yeah.
She doesn't
But
mind.
Smoking.
She doesn't
Smoking.
mind. She don't mind, and I'm secure enough to handle it. I would be lying if I haven't let dudes buy her a drink just to save me money. As a
Mhm.
bartender, they'll be like, "Send that lady a drink," and I'm like, "Sure thing."
Uh, yeah, CGI. Yeah, what is real? Like the shit that we see, even the wars, are they even real? Like, they showed us many times that they can create something that looks like something through miniature, like, recordings of destruction happening, and it's so believable. Like toys showed us this. that they use
I-
for that.
I
Oh, go
wish that
ahead.
more people had watched Wag the Dog, because that was back in the 90s. That was back when the Monica Lewinsky shit happened and all of that, the Clinton impeachment and all of that. And like, just think how much better technology is now. There's nothing that's real. Just like you saying North Korea is not real. I'm convinced it's not real.
It's not
Like,
real.
it's
I
not.
just want you guys to deal with it. North Korea is not real. It
It's
is
not.
as real as the pictures they show you of the moon landing. That's where
Yeah.
I'm at kind of with it. I don't know if we've been to the fucking moon, but those pictures, can we all just agree, are not the real
Those are
thing?
not real. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't know. There's so much I'm willing to admit I don't fucking know, but can we all just agree, whether you're a spacer or a flat earther, that that shit ain't real?
The
Let's
shit they
see.
televise and all that is
Sorry,
definitely not real.
hold on. My everything just shut down, like my headset.
Oh no, this was happening to you on Sunday night as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I have to find a
Hmm.
direct cord to just like plug my computer in, the internet or something.
Oh yeah, you have to have a real plug-in.
Mhm.
I plug in to my router. I have a 50-foot cord that I drag all the way to I plug into my living room router. And I
That's
would
what I
be
do
lying
too.
if I said I unplugged it every time. And my wife humors me that there's a cord across my house sometimes.
I have a MacBook. I can't do that.
Action down.
It's gotta go on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's so what is it, Layla? Technical difficulties today?
Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're just happy.
Yeah.
We just want to end the conversation.
We can hear you
I'll
good.
try and be in the conversation as much as I can.
We can hear you
Fucking
guys.
A.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
what
even think
else?
about it. If you
What
worst case scenario, you can call it, and we'll have like a Layla,
Oh, yeah. Just come up on the
a
screen.
Layla picture come up. Layla, hey,
I wonder
sup?
if I can
Oh yeah.
log in with my phone.
Oh yeah. Remember when Abby was doing that and doing thumbs up?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's
No,
right.
that was not. I was doing it on here. That's what was so weird.
Oh, I thought you were
It was
just
on
on
my.
your phone that night.
No, I have not ever done it on my phone. So it would. That's why I was doing it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this never pops up in here, and all of a sudden it's like, it was doing it. Like,
Yeah, I think that you maybe could try your phone because I've used my phone on every single streaming app before. If I
Yeah.
have this in my hand, but you want you just have to go in your your mic will be different.
Yeah, it would.
You just have different earphones in
does that have a your?
I don't use those things in my ears. I don't know why.
because you don't want to get a migraine.
Something. And then my ears are small, like they always hurt my ears, so that's why I have these things.
I have
It's
little
okay. You guys know what I
dainty
look like
ears.
anyway.
I have little dainty ears, everyone.
I do. They're tiny.
Tiny ears.
Mhm.
You tried to show us, but we can't even see you. I know,
Oh,
and then I'm like,
darn.
we can see you. We can see you. Okay, I'll let
Yeah.
it go. I'll let it go. We can talk about something else.
What
Have
else
you
happened
got?
this fucking week?
I don't
What
know.
else?
Abby had weird weather. I feel like I did do something else this week that I think tomorrow night I might be on Union of the Unwanted. It's
Is
been
that
a
a
while
podcast?
since I've been on the Union of the Unwanted. If you're out there and you know Ricky from the Ripple Effect, he also does the Union of the Unwanted with Sam Tripoli and some
Oh,
guys
okay,
from
cool.
InfoWars and some. I have been on
Nice.
it before in life, and it's been a while since I've been on it. And I was supposed to do the Ripple Effect with Ricky, and it fell out. And so I might go on Union of the Unwanted tomorrow night.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
dope.
it's pretty old school. Gordy Two Shoes says old school. I'm like, yeah, it's like old school podcasting. I might have to put put the American flag up for this one. No.
Hi.
I'm healed. Thomas taught me I can go in the room now. I cannot get emotional.
Yeah. Is that what you guys are going to talk about? Part of your experience and whatnot?
Oh no, it's
Oh,
usually
no?
it's a big panel show, so I have no
Oh,
idea
nice.
what's going to happen. Usually what the Union of the Unwanted is for real is a whole bunch of black pills and they say Travis Stock, Travis Scott, Travis Scott. No, they say Travis Scott Institute. They say like the same kind of things over Operation Trust, and it's just like people the doom's coming, and so I try not to get triggered that doom is coming, and I just sit back and listen. But every once in a while the topic's something that I'm like, okay, I can futz with this, but who knows? Who knows? Some of my oldest podcasting peeps are from these shows where we're like,
Dude,
the
I never
old school
thought I'd be
conspiracy.
podcasting. I never in a million years thought I would be doing this. This just fucking happened.
I
Like,
used to
whoop.
want to be a writer, and now I'm just like, nah, I'd rather podcast.
Yeah.
I still want to write too. I think
I
both.
I did my whole life, and it's weird. I just had this shift a couple years ago. Like I
I
realized
want to
I don't
write,
want to do it.
but I forget to write. That's my issue. Like, I never stop and just say, hey, Layla, just sit there and write your thoughts. That's my problem.
I write my dreams every day.
I wonder
I
if we
know.
did something for this, like if we had to keep a journal for the show and then talk about certain entries from our journal on the show,
Hmm.
like an exercise.
Oh
That'd be
shit.
interesting.
Would you be really honest in your journal then though? That's my okay, my
Eh,
problem is I used to write every day, but then I had somebody read my journal. This has happened to me more than once, where somebody reads my
that's why
shit
I
and
don't
it's
write.
it's pretty personal. So then I feel like I can't really tell the truth in my journal because it's not exactly private, which you can do it on your phone, but it's not the same thing as like writing it out.
Yeah, it isn't the same.
Exactly. That's my
That
trauma.
sucks when you have no privacy.
Yeah.
Like people are like, "Well, what are you writing in there to
So bad.
yourself?" Like,
Or you just
I
leave it
wrote
there and
I
then
wrote about my mom one time. I wrote that I wrote she makes excuses for everyone and she can't face reality. I got fucking beat for that. Like just 2 sentences. That's all I said, but
yeah.
how old were
yeah.
you?
16. It was bad.
Wow. But that's becoming so aware of your mother to be able to say that at 16, like you grew up too fast.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be able to say something like that at 16 about your fucking mom, that you get the concept of making
That deep.
excuses for people. And yeah, like that is huge.
Hmm.
But you seem
Yeah.
like you would have done that.
I was
But
always
that's
observant.
getting beat
That's
at
why I wanted to write.
16.
Uh, uh,
Were you and your
yeah.
mom the same size woman?
She's 2 inches taller than me. So she was bigger.
Hmm.
I had the same traumas for whatever I wrote in my journals, and that's why I just completely stopped. There was like locks on them, like all kinds of things, like don't read my shit, but I would get in trouble for it.
Yeah, so it's like
So I
I
stopped.
don't know. That is a
I don't
trauma
feel
why I don't like to
comfortable.
journal. Like I don't mind writing fiction, but like
Hmm.
writing what like writing my
Really
thoughts and
want
writing
to,
like
yeah,
a diary. No, I ain't doing that.
yeah.
I don't need
I
no
feel
record
like
of
my
that shit.
mom must have had trauma from that, that she never did that to me, my brother or sister. Like she really gave us our own space.
Space.
I mean,
That's
maybe
how I
she read
am.
it, but she never threw it in my face. If she did, like, if she read something that worried her, she had such a long roundabout way of going about showing me that it was
Uh,
fine.
that's awesome.
That's how I am with
Yeah,
my kids. I don't
Yeah.
know. I probably give them way too much space, but I just feel like they're pretty good people. So
I'll tell
I
you
think they're
one
gonna turn
time.
out all right. So I think they're gonna
Yeah.
be way more well adjusted than I was.
There, one time, me and my friend, will I say her? No, I'm not going to say her name. But me and my friend in high school, we had one of those journals that one of you fold one, and one of you fold one, and one of you fold one. And so I don't know why. This is just the same as me and my brother with the queef. We didn't know what it was at all, but we heard the phrase butt plug. And so we had to start saying butt plug to each other, butt plug, butt plug, butt plug. And so, in the butt plug phrase of it all, and we were going on trips and everything all the time for school trips, like, whatever clubs you're in, and you're going on trips with school. And so, me and my friend, like some of the trips that you go on, you get to like disperse around and just walk around the city or walk around, and they're like, be back at this time. And you're like, okay. And they're like, stay in this area. And you're like, okay. But there was no tracking devices back then. We didn't have phones. We just got to be free for all. So me and a group of friends, we went into a sex store and we were like, can you show us a butt plug? And so they're like, here's a butt plug and here's a butt plug and see that over there. It was like, that crystal on the floor that you see in rich people's houses that you're like, dang, that's the biggest crystal I ever seen. It was a butt plug that size. And we were
Oh
like,
my god.
we don't even know what a butt plug is. So this gay guy explained all the details of a butt plug, and we were like,
What the fuck?
yeah. So we had written to each other about butt plugs before, and then we wrote about how it was so funny that we went in the sex shop and they were like, Chaney, I can't believe you asked the guy all the details about the butt plug. It was like this whole written out thing in our journal back and forth. My friend's mom, who I almost said her name, like we were just sharing shit. My friend's mom
What the
found our journal and read it, and then she had to have a sit down with us and say, I can't believe you guys are into anal sex.
See,
Oh
I
my
would see
god.
that, and I wouldn't assume that you guys were into anal sex. I would assume you guys were being fucking jackasses.
We
'Cause
were being
yeah,
jackasses.
I just know how kids are. My kids are total jackasses. Like, they'll show me videos that they made like 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you little fucker!" Like, seriously, like if I knew what you guys were up to, but then again, it's like we did the same kind of shit, except
Yeah.
we didn't have video. We just wrote it in journals and stuff.
Butt plugs.
Butt plugs.
Butt plug.
Plug that
Okay,
butt.
I'm glad I wrote it down. So I want to get men's opinion on this because I don't know if this part is from my lesbian brain or if this is where I think I like this is how men think, but maybe they don't say it enough or something. So I think that like women, like even if there's like a little bit of cellulite, I think it's sexy. Like, I think a cheese, like, I don't want like fucking cottage cheese shot up with a fucking BB gun fucking ass. But if there's like a little bit of cellulite or stretch marks, like a juicy booty or whatever, or even on boobs, like stretch marks or whatever, I think things that ladies sometimes think about themselves is unattractive. I think it's like yummy, like it's grown woman shit. Like, and I don't think it's like necessarily like I don't know. And so I don't know if that's just me that I look at that and I'm like, dang, like that girl has a nice butt. And then like, or age wise, or like, cause even the 60-year-old lady walked in to my work today and I took her thing, blah, blah, blah. She goes in the back and this dude I work with, and I was like, that lady still got it, doesn't she? And he goes, I'd fucking hit her. And I was like, I was thinking like she still got it. And I was like, my question is, does she still know she has it? Like,
Mm,
this is like I think ladies are hard on themselves. Like, there's this other big lady that comes to my work. She's big as a bitch. She ain't my type, but I could tell she has it. Like, her whole shit together and like her je ne sais quoi, her sex appeal. I'm like, she got it. Like, she still has it. She knows she
yeah.
got it though, still. And so there's just these certain things that I'm like, do men feel this way too, where they're like, I don't give a shit. That bitch, like, like
Yeah,
do
I
women
truly
set
wonder
higher
that.
standards than men set? And do when I say no, girl, you look like, and girls always say, Chaney, that's because you're a lesbian. You think that, but I want to know if guys are like, nope, I think it too. Like, I think like. I want to know like where they relate to me where with my eyes, or if they're like hell no, like I want a stick figure and I want perfect B cut. Like I don't know how guys are, but like I don't know.
Yeah, and us girls too, like we don't look at that shit either. Like on a man, like the dad bod, if you're super fit or not. Like we don't really look at that. I don't, at least for me. Like if it's
No,
like
because
a
even though
mental
I'm a fit
thing.
chick, I don't feel like I'm not just attracted to men who are fit, but I do
Mm,
like men with legs. Like if you got chicken legs, I'm sorry, you're out. Like I'm not gonna look
yeah, yeah,
at you.
that's not.
You can't look
Men
like a
should have
horse
like
on your
a
bottom
strong.
half and not want a man with legs. Sorry.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's a thing for
Like when
men.
my wife is really running, doing yoga every day, and like really in her fit mode self, I see how perfect and how much work she's putting in, and I can see it. But I don't mind her when she's on her thick, like when she's in her thick time, and she's like, and then sometimes I eat ice cream, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
eat some starch, and when she's like just chill, like I think she like looks like where I'm like, I think you look really sexy, even though I know she's like, I understand, babe, but you know, I'm just not comfortable in my own skin right now. I'm like,
Hmm.
but in my head, I'm still like, hubba
Hmm. I don't
like,
know why we do this to ourselves though. Like I'm self-conscious about my cellulite. I hate it. But like I've always had it since I was young, and it's just like it is what it
I
is.
was really bad, but that's when I decided I wanted to, change my body because I was at a point where I was never gonna wear shorts again. I was like, I will never, ever wear shorts again. And and then I
some
finally
thick
was like,
ass thighs.
why
Sorry.
do I have to accept that? Why don't I just fucking why don't I just make the body I want? So I went for it. And I still like so then last year doing my 2 shows and being in prep and like having no body fat and just my freaking muscles popping out. Um And then starting to gain weight back, like, the first place that goes back. The last place I lost my fat was, like, the stripe under my butt, the little s bit of cellulite right there. And then, of course, that's, like, the first thing that comes back because my body just, like, it wants to put it there. So, at first, like, I'm 20 I'm almost I'm almost 30 pounds above stage weight now. So, um, I was like, "Oh, I think I'm at the point where I'm gonna have to wear I can't wear shorts to the gym anymore because my cellulite's showing." Now I'm like, "Ugh, I don't give a fuck. These people are gonna
I
see
think
me
you
in,
look
like,
better
5 months."
thicker.
Yeah.
Like
People are
you're
gonna
in
see
your
me in
thicker
5 months.
stage, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I was wondering if like as this comes back because you're doing such as influx on your body, can you appreciate like this is a different butt? Like
Oh,
my
I
butt
love
is
my butt right
so
now. It's so
big
bubbly and big
compared to
and, like, up. Like, it doesn't sit on my legs.
Perky.
It's like yeah.
Hmm.
it's like
I love my
the
butt
whole
right now.
thicker booty, like a whole
Yeah.
different booty than you had 6 months ago.
I like being thick. Yeah, I like eating. It's great.
I
I got
I
more
remember
weight to
no
gain
butt.
too.
trainer. I need a trainer soon. I'm gonna like I
I'll
really
train
want to
you.
get fit. Yeah.
Okay,
But
here's
it's
one
like
I think
different.
that's
Like
kind of
I like
attractive on
the
men, but
impersonal.
You want an
I'm sorry, go
in-person
ahead.
trainer?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah, I love
ask
that.
you guys because I don't know if this is weird for me, but I think it's kind of an attractive thing on men. If they have stretch marks
Unattractive?
no, I think it's attractive.
Oh
If they
yeah.
have stretch marks right here,
Yeah. Or on the arms.
like yeah, like it
Yeah.
doesn't. I think it's like it shows like at some point in their life they plumped up, like they were like like stretched out. I don't know. It doesn't bother me, but I know guys are really hard on it on themselves.
Yeah. And one thing I really like about men, you could be like, chunky or whatever, like big boy, but smell good. Like smell
Oh,
good.
yes. I
Please.
almost asked a gentleman today, "Sir, what is your scent?" Like, he
Uh,
was an older gentleman, he was, like, an Italian guy, he had his whole hair brushed back, like, one of these guys, he probably went to church today, and now he's done, he took off his tie from church, and now he's still looking like he's gonna go hang with the
uh,
fellas at the like, he just looked like a guy like that, but he smelled so good. I
yeah.
wanted to be
I
like,
love that.
"Sir."
Scent is a big thing for me. Like if you smell sour to me, I don't think we're a fit. I think that's like the pheromones in your body that are just like, alarm, don't go near, toxic,
Yeah, it's like, "Do not try to breed. Do
sulfur.
not do not breed." Sulfur.
Uh,
It's weird, the whole pheromone thing. Like, when you just know you're attracted to somebody, and like, because when somebody's across the room, you can see them as attractive. But then once you're in like proximity and you smell them, like for whatever reason, and I'm not even saying like cologne or anything like that. It is just the
no, just
pheromones because it's
body.
like all of a sudden
Yeah.
you just know you're not attracted. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, you're not the one.
Yeah.
I have a question right now. What if you fall in love with somebody online or on the phone or a long distance relationship and then you meet in person? Could your love overcome the pheromones or eventually the
Yeah,
pheromones are going to win?
endorphins will do that because
Uh,
that's the thing is that pheromones are really just kind of about attraction, but endorphins kick in when you love somebody, and they're the higher magic of it all. So yeah,
oh, I don't like that. I wish it were the other way around. Like that should be like the superpower, like to tell you if that
the
person's for you,
pheromones.
and then let the
Well,
love, like, you know. I don't
I would
know.
say
Yeah,
it
like you
is.
almost wish that you were
It
like,
would repel you
no,
anyway.
yeah, like you're like
Well,
somebody
that's the
smells
thing
sweet
is
as the
that
Dickens, and you're
it
like, you
probably
could follow
does
your
repel
nose.
you. It probably
Yeah.
does, but you're gonna override it with your endorphins because you already have feelings for that person. So you might know that like something smells off about their smell or whatever, like when you kiss them, it's just not right, whatever. But you're gonna ignore it because you already have the love hormone happening.
Mm. And I love scent memory. Like when you get a whiff of a scent somewhere and it reminds you of somebody or a thing, the
I have to
thing,
ask you
whatever.
guys, and this is like it's almost like I feel like everybody's scent bank is like attached to a grandparent.
Hmm.
And there's scents that remind you of time, but it's like people have this like you'll be in a grocery store, like the heavy scent thing. And I don't know, maybe there's a whole bunch of things. But every time when people are like, I was in a store and I smelled something that reminded me of my grandma's perfume, or I was in a store and the smell of tobacco and something from my grandfather's pipe. Like it's something that it's like I wonder if certain of our memories get like our sound memories come in at a certain 10-year, and then like our eyes, or like our 7-year, every 7-year we get our thing. I wonder if that scent impression is in the like really young stage, like that, like that fingerprint scenting. I don't know if that made sense,
Like
but
Okay, so I'm gonna log on my
imprinting.
phone, just the screen, but I'm gonna leave my mic open here so we
okay.
can I'm gonna turn this screen off here and just turn this on here. Okay. Does
Okay.
that make sense? All right, cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, cool.
It's all fine. It's all gravy, baby. Now you're just gonna talk from the heavens.
Yeah. Let's
And
see
we'll,
if this
yeah.
works. Oh, let me just.
Here, wait, I'll turn this
Let's
one
You
off.
get it?
There. Hello?
Wait, I have to.
Oh, yeah. Hates the hotties. Here, wait, I'm going to kick this one out of the room so she, wink, doesn't get confused that she's on the wrong camera. This is the one. Right here. Yeah.
Crystal clear.
Hey. Look at Layla's back, but she's just
Yeah,
not.
I am, but I can't.
Oh, there you are.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, Christ. I feel like I've had a
Okay.
little. Sorry for using the Lord's name in vain if it's your Lord. I'm trying to not. I don't want to disrespect anyone. And I sometimes say Jesus Christ or Christ unnecessarily. And I don't
I
know where
say
it came
GD.
from. It seems like it's crept into my dialogue in the last year, and it's not really something that I'm like, oh, that seems rather offensive to somebody, not me, but so
Well, you guys can see me now. It's good. Can you hear me well?
yeah,
Okay, good. This
that's
sucks without a mic. It's all right. You know when you have a microphone? I'm just gonna hold it and act like
yeah.
I
You
have
can hold your mic.
it. You know, it's a thing. Like, it's a thing.
Oh, but we
Like
can
when
see
you,
a cute top without it.
yeah.
I that top is way cuter than I thought it was.
Yeah, same.
It was that blurry.
Yeah. It
Yes.
looked like a whole different shirt.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay,
That's more
cool.
that's streetwear. It looked like you had like a fancy flowy silk shirt on before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so sorry, y'all. That's terrible. I'll get it fixed. I'm trying to get my other computer fixed and my other one because they both went down. Now I'm using my sister's work computer. There's something going on. I don't know what's going on.
Technology.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do feel like, and this is maybe a silly thing to say, when I'm having a magic level up, technology always acts screwy around me. Or like a spiritual level up or any kind of level up, technology always just starts to fail.
You
Yeah.
need to see my last episode of the Reality Transurfing podcast because it talks about when technology
Where
goes
would I
wonky.
find that last episode?
On what's it called? Blue Collar Mystics. He was Bootsy Greenwood or Bootsy like something podcast before. So yeah, Blue Collar Mystics.
So
It's
you
like
guys can
episode
find
14.
that.
Yeah. But there's a really easy practice you can do called a transaction, and sometimes it fixes electronics. I've done it and it worked. So it's
A
like jumping to
transaction?
yeah, it's a way of
Abby
jumping
loves
timelines.
the trans word.
I do. Transurfing transaction. Look, y'all, if I was trans, I'd have much bigger tits. Don't you know this already?
Yeah.
Common fucking sense.
Because they go big.
Big, huge fake bags.
Yeah, duh.
And she would talk annoying, like where Layla couldn't handle it.
Oh my god, girl.
Okay.
Oh,
But
that
no,
is a
for real.
triggering thing for me though. Like when gay men who are like men,
Who are
you know,
not
you
trans,
can,
yeah.
yeah, who are not trans and they feel the need to speak like a female to identify themselves as them being gay when you don't need to do that. Like you could just be your manly self and just be gay, but you want to speak feminine. I don't get it. It's so triggering. Every time I see it, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why? Just be you. You're a man. I don't need that other voice. You could just tell me you're gay and I'm cool with it.
You're like, I don't like that other voice.
Yeah. The fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have I don't think I hang out with too many gay guys.
I used to all the time. But low key haters.
Yeah.
Like low key haters. When it comes to like men being attracted to you or whatever, it's like claws come out. It's like, bitch. I'm like, excuse me, like it ain't my fault. They're not gay.
You know who
Like
I love who is gay and Albanian though is Leo
Leo
Skeppy.
Skeppy.
He's
Yeah. But you
freaking
know,
great.
do you know they tried to like cancel him because he was so like Albanian like me, like, oh, I will kill a
Yeah.
motherfucker and da da da
Oh,
da.
you know he's like shows up with like his knuckles all freaking cut up and bruised from fighting all the time. But he
Yeah.
is definitely love and light. That's what I love about him. He's a good mix of both.
Yeah, well, they try to fucking shun him for being like what an Albanian is, and I come. It's like these girls, these I guess liberal girls, and they're saying like how violent and how mentally ill he is, and I'm like, what the fuck? You haven't met an Albanian? Like in
He's
your
like,
life?
because his whole thing is I'll take it there if I need to.
Mhm. Yeah,
And I'm
and
like,
I
I
love
fucking
that.
love that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
think
fucking
really
badass.
if you take that whole Mediterranean Sea, if you meet somebody from any one of the places around it, they're like that.
mm,
Yeah,
They'll
yeah,
bring it there if you need
yeah.
it. Like if you
He's
yeah,
like,
meet an
I'm not
Italian
about
for
violence, but
Italian, if you meet like a Greek for a Greek,
yeah.
yeah. And another thing that's
and they
triggering.
slap. All of them slap. They do this shit. They all have like this and
Yeah,
flicky.
I
Like,
will
there's a
tell
lot.
you though.
Puh, puh.
Men from there, if you're ever out from men around that area, they will never let you pay for a single thing ever. Ever. Split the tab. Shut the like, you kidding me right now? That's like the most offensive thing that you could say. Or like, are you nuts? Like, they will like flip out on you for even doing that. Like they'll be like, but if you keep insisting, it's like a fight. Like we fight to pay the tab sometimes, it's like whoever drops the card, it's like, no, I got it. Like they won't ever let a female pay if you're out with them. Group, clubs, whatever it is, dinner, anywhere, coffee, never. If you want to be nice and you keep on insisting, okay, you could buy the popcorn. If you really want to, like you could buy the popcorn. Like the smallest minute thing, they will never let you spend your money.
Old
I
school.
love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like, why would a woman have to pull out her pocketbook? Like, are you nuts? Like, grown ass man out on with women or a woman, and you're letting her pull her card out? You pidgey mush. No.
You really need to teach Chaney and I how to cuss in Albanian.
It's great. It's hardcore.
It's like these little words that I'm throwing into my normal conversation now. I feel like, I feel
Mhm.
like I'm ready for a few more.
Can you imagine if I just go schizo though and I start speaking in like patois and cussing in Albanian?
I totally want to do
Hey,
it.
what the fuck?
Bummaras pussy clot, you motherfucking
mush.
pushy mush. It's like, what?
Those Albanian Jamaicans will fucking totally get it.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
wonder how many Albanian Jamaicans there are.
I don't know. There's a lot of Albanian Mexicans now, like all living in Mexico and having Mexican babies and like living in Mexico in a town called Albania. Like literally. It's fucking nuts. It's
Enough of
nuts.
them that are like, and then we're just gonna name this town this.
Mm-hmm.
We have a listener in Belize, and she's been a listener of mine for a little while, and it would be so cool to go stay. She has an organic farm. She rents out. You can work for a space or you can just pay to stay, and it's all organic. All the meals are cooked off the land, and it's like in the middle of the Belizean jungle. It would be
Mm.
kind of cool for like, I know we talk about trips but that would be
That
one
would
to
be
put
cool.
out there and to
Yeah,
like film it and like, okay, we're gonna forge everything we eat tonight.
yeah. That would be great. An experience, honestly. I want to get out of America. Like, I want to see how other people live in in their worlds. So different from us.
She's married to a Belizean man, but she's an
Same.
expat from America,
Mm.
and she has 3 kids, and they're all 3 dual citizenship. Like she's given birth to all of them there, I believe. And
I hear Chaney fine.
Chaney, mic check.
Oh,
Mic check.
lay down and be quiet. Did you guys hear me?
I like
Okay.
that one. Oh yeah, you sound good.
Yeah,
You sound
I
I
never
great.
think
even
it's
really
fine.
say that. I never tell anyone to be quiet. Actually like, I appreciate an auditory gal. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. That's how I know I'm doing a good job.
Yeah. I hate when someone will tell you, shh, the neighbors. I don't care about the neighbors. I really don't care if they hear. Let them enjoy the sound show and just be on with it. Like, what the fuck?
I feel
Unless
that
it's
in
like
an
my parents.
apartment, like in an
It's like,
yeah, like sometimes parental, I like that stuff. I always feel like I always like felt
yeah.
like, what are you doing? Are we trying to get caught? This is a nightmare. Um but with with neighbors, it's one thing in the apartment, but in the house, I don't want the neighbors in the house to hear. I feel like I'm like I am so it crosses my brain like, please don't let anyone call 911. Like it
Honestly,
goes through
I've
my
had
head.
situations where I've slept over friends or whatever, and they don't give a shit. Like, you hear everything. I'm like, oh my God, like, that's nuts. Like, loud and proud, And I'm like, I don't
Reminds me
know.
of that song you sent me the other day.
Could I be that person? I don't know.
I
Yeah, I think I could.
accidentally was that person once, maybe
Yeah,
twice, but
I think I could.
nobody's said anything the second time. One time, uh, Jules and I stayed at this small, like, I mean, it was a big Airbnb. I just didn't know that everything was like, it was like a 200-year-old building. So I didn't realize like the whole upper floor, and it was like so loud.
Oh, wow.
That I was like, "Oh my gosh." But then one time when I had roomies, that I the next morning with coffee that I had to have a talk, that I was like, "This is so embarrassing." And they were like, "We're embarrassed too."
Actually, that happened to me once where I was in a relationship and he didn't care, I didn't care, and their roommates hated us, like really hated us. Hated us, but I didn't give a shit. They hated me more, but
They're
it's alright.
like, whatever, whatever." I try to be respectful,
Reminds me of that song you sent me the other day, that Laid
but
song. The neighbors complain when the noise or about the
the
noises
neighbors
above, but she only
complain
comes when she's
about
on
the
top. I'm like,
noises above. Yeah, James. This bed
Yeah.
is on fire with passion and love. The neighbors complain about the noises above, but she only comes when she's on top.
I don't
Because
like
you
on top
revealed
that
that.
much.
That's Abby's favorite. Because I feel like
I
you
don't.
revealed it here.
Yeah. I don't like on top that
I
much.
did. It's like I
Sometimes.
like it all, but no, I didn't used to. But then I learned how to do it right. So, and then when I learned how
There's
to
a
do it
certain
right,
way.
it's just my favorite place to be.
Yeah, there's a certain
Mhm.
way. Like for me, the person has to be like leaning on something, like sitting position, where I can be on top.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I
It's like I need a support, like to
I
do my job.
just sit back and let me do the work, and I got it. Oh, headboard.
That's what I mean. It's like sitting against it
That's the
and like,
support I need.
hmm
Yeah, gotta
I
hold on
have
to
a
it.
question for
too
girls.
many mental pictures out there right now.
I have a I don't know if this is too far. Is there too far? I have a question for women. Because do you guys like sitting on somebody's face?
Yes.
Yeah, I think women like that. It's like the control part of it because sometimes it depends. Like if they don't know what they're doing, it's better to because you can kind of maneuver yourself around to like the spot and just
I'm
yeah.
I, I'm like this is I had to ask because it's like it's an offer, but like but maybe Jules likes being on bottom. She doesn't mind being a pillow princess. It's an offer, but then also sometimes I will be real honest, and I've thought I think I might die.
Well, I try not to get too carried away. I try to be a little bit
I feel
respectful
like
of
it's like
that,
a
but
rock climber climbing without a rope. Like, is this gonna be
Well,
the way I
you gotta
die?
dance. See how that person's, and you dance. Like you have to do a dance between you two.
I
You can't
know.
be like all carried away and that person's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Sometimes I feel like, yeah. So sometimes I feel like I don't know. Jules is on DMT in that moment or something. That I'm like, I think I could die, but I don't tell her I'm dying because I don't want to ruin anything. I know
Yeah,
better than to stop. Look
yeah.
at I'm thinking in my head,
yeah,
I'm gonna die, but I'm also
better not.
thinking, bitch, you better not stop.
Yeah, she's thinking, "Don't fucking stop."
Yeah, she's like, I hope she doesn't die. I hope
Yeah,
I can resuscitate her when I'm done.
if I have the energy.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's not my use. That's not my use at all. But then I'm like, is this an insecure position for women? Is it their preference? Like,
Nope. I don't
okay.
ever feel insecure on like that.
I don't think I ever feel insecure in that act. And if you start to make me feel like I can't be expressive, then it's just like, this is not it, you know? Like, I like to be expressive. Women like to be expressive, but you have to allow her to express herself.
Do you think like you just hit a certain point, like everything's going good, all the insecurity leaves if everything's
Yeah.
going good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Hmm.
I think so too, a little bit.
I gotta say
Like
this.
before, in the beginning, it's like not insecure, but like nerves, probably, you know?
Women do have to get out of their heads though. Like, why does everyone like I was this way when I was younger too, felt like the lights had to be off, but guys are visual, so they need the light on. Like it doesn't have to be that overhead light, but you gotta have like some light. So it's like get over it, ladies. Just it is what it is. You're gonna be naked. Nobody's
Do you
perfect.
find that most guys are like maybe the lights off for the dude is better because maybe he can go longer if he is visual?
I don't know, but I feel like no guy likes light off. I think they like to see what they're doing.
I like to see.
Yeah. I actually do too now. Like once you get over your own insecurities, then it's like
I'm
lights on.
like, I can't even believe it. Like a lady's body, I can't even believe it. I'm like, I want to look at all of it. But honestly, if the lights were off or if it's dark or whatever, I feel like my sense of touch, like I'm like my inside visual is for my sense of touch, good. It's good. It's dead on. I don't know. I yeah. I was like, "Oh, let me leave that visual alone." It's yeah. So, but I do like to ask these questions because sometimes people write to me that isn't me, and I don't mind taking the question for the whole, so I'm not the only one answering it. So some questions are genuinely for me, and some are from other people out there. Like I want to know, guys and girls, or if it's both, or if it's different for everyone. And because I think there's a lot of people like dating, single in the world, like they want to know, you know, they
Yeah.
want to. I think overall, though, women should be less insecure about their bodies.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
they should also probably love it more. And that might be like this is all me when I say this. That might be exercising a little more, drinking a little more water, eating a little more vegetables. Like those just like those three things, maybe. Love it a little more. But I think most men they don't think any of the negative stuff that we think.
I wonder that. Chat, do you guys like chime in here? Like the men in the chat? Someone mentioned
These are
toes.
important
What is
questions.
that? What is
What?
that now? When
What?
people are like sucking on your toes in the middle and they're just so obsessed with like your feet in that moment and they just do weird shit to your feet at that moment.
Maybe
When you're
they're
in,
I
I don't
have
know.
my
I think
theory on it.
the
it's
porn
weird.
thing.
No, I think that those were all men that were either raised by a single mom or they were like on their mom's tip for too long, so their mom took them into changing rooms and ladies' bathrooms when they were way too old to go in those places. So their head was already telling them what was behind those shut doors, but all they
Mhm.
could see was their ankles and feet. So when they were going through that like start of puberty, they were too old to be in those changing rooms. And that's why there's this foot obsession.
Mm, that makes sense. To me, it makes a lot of sense. It's like that's the skin that they were seeing all the time, but with that mental image behind that door, it's like, ooh, so it's like just an arousal thing for them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But sometimes do
Weird.
you think that guys wanna do that just to show you that, like, they think that you're beautiful? Like, there's no part of you that they freaking
Ooh, I like that too.
yeah, because that's
Just
how it
like
makes me
worship
feel sometimes, like, there's
everybody.
nothing about you that I
Yeah.
think is nasty.
Yeah. I love that.
What about like if they're like, oh, fart in my face?
We don't go there.
Well, I mean, that's what if it's the guy that is like, I don't think any part of you is nasty. I want to suck your toes.
I don't know about one.
But I don't mind.
Makes me
I'll lick
uncomfortable.
my wife everywhere.
Yeah,
Like I don't
that's what I
care.
mean.
But
Are
I'm
we
not
are we
turned
gonna talk
on
about
by her
actors
feet.
now?
Like
What about
I'm not like I mean, I think she has such cute, great feet. Like I could make money off her feet. But I don't like I know dudes that they're like, "Oh, just sit there and rub your feet together and I'll jerk off." Like it's a next level thing.
yeah,
It's like people are doing weird shit with feet.
yeah.
I know. Personally, I know, and I'm not gonna relay the story on here, but yeah. Feet
What
fetishes
about
are fucking weird.
getting your ass licked? Your asshole.
Well, it depends. Is it your birthday?
I mean, they go there, you know, it's like, whoop. Does it do anything for me? No. It really doesn't.
Like here it doesn't though.
Both, like it really it's like I'd rather the other place. Like what? Why? Like it does nothing for me.
What
Which
about
is
everything at
insane.
once?
What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Like, what if you were getting your clit licked, you had, something going on in your vagina and maybe a finger in your asshole?
That's how I had my first orgasm.
Huh. I don't know. Yeah? If I'm in the mode, like I'm just in the mode, you know, like whatever happens, happens.
I think overall, men's penises are just too big for most women. Most man penises, and maybe this is my naivete, are too big for most women's assholes.
Probably, most likely.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. The back part. It really
No.
isn't. Like I've had an experience that was pretty. Oh, okay, cool. Like it did its job, but it's not. It's not.
No.
The,
There's a difference between a finger though and a penis up your ass. So
yeah, yeah. Weird. I don't know.
A
What?
finger.
I don't know.
we're
That
not
is
into giant butt plugs that look like big old rich people's
Crystals.
crystals. Oh, speaking of that, okay, I have never seen this before. Apparently it's a thing. Like people have like their displays of crystals at fairs and stuff and have freaking big old penises made out of crystal. Like I could not imagine being like, I only masturbate with amethyst.
I
I don't know.
only have my penis crystal.
Well,
Like,
isn't
of
that
course,
like the same idea of the yoni, the egg? They're made out of like certain crystal, jade or something like that. Like is the main.
Why
The
not?
main.
It doesn't it seem better than like rubber.
plastic, yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't have a like
hate
crystal
it.
penis, but I'm like, if I had a penis, like if I had my choice of penises, why not a crystal penis?
Yeah.
Not quartz, we'll just like light the shit up, man.
Oh man, what a conversation.
I know, with this in the background. Have you guys ever seen Back to School?
I don't know. I can't really see because it's so
Yeah,
small.
this has been a long time. It goes
Here.
board to board, right? Over and over again.
Yeah, it's like the greatest dive. It's called the Triple Lindy.
Mm,
That's
no, I've never seen this.
this is how Abby had her first orgasm. That little thing probably got us pulled off and in trouble this time.
I
Oh,
hope not.
you mean the video?
Yeah, I didn't mean the video.
Oh, I was like, oh, whoops.
The Triple Lindy. I know. Oh my goodness. We were talking about vibrators today at work because I'm like,
I
well,
like those.
they were created by a doctor.
Those
Supposedly.
are great. They're so great.
I got a story for you. I'm leaving names out of this.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So my daughter's friend has like she's always been an overshare, and she's one of those people with no filters, and she just doesn't like. I hadn't seen her since she was a little kid, but she came in like after her first year of college, and she's straight up just talking to me about sex, and not like about just sex. Like she's like going way like TMI stuff. And my husband's right there, and I'm like, girl, do you not see this? Like she just don't give a fuck, right? She's that girl.
Oh,
Well,
she's from Sex and the City, Samantha.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Her.
So then my daughter is telling me, she's like, man, she apparently got diagnosed with like something like endometriosis or something, and her doctor told her she needs to orgasm 4 to 6 times a week. So she
That's
wants me to
great.
go with her to the sex shop, and my daughter's like, I feel really weird about that. I was like, oh my god. Well, I'll take her if that's the case, so you don't have to go do this. Like, well, she bucks up and she goes with her. They come into my house last night, and then she's got her little bag. She's like, I want to show you what I bought. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
okay. So we go to the room. She shows me what she's got and everything. And my daughter is just like so embarrassed. She's like, that was just, it was kind of like the whole thing. Cause that's the thing, guys. Guys masturbate their whole lives. Girls freaking really don't. I don't think we start till, I don't know. Or some women just never do. Well, right. I mean, we're different possibly, but I'm just saying there are a lot of women who never do. Like, um, so
It feels like that's an Oklahoma thing.
it definitely is. No, I
It
know, because
seems
her
like,
mom, this
or
is why
they
it's so
do,
weird because her
but
mom is like super Christian and
yeah,
has only had sex with her husband. You know what I mean? Like those type of people. So and then she's sitting there going,
where her mom pulls
I
her
don't know
aside
what
and she's like,
dad's gonna
"Honey,
think.
sex is not supposed to feel good."
Yeah. And she's like, she's sitting there telling me, she's like, I don't know what my dad's gonna think. And I was like, why are you gonna tell your fucking dad? Like, stop telling. I was like, do not tell your dad this. Like, don't tell your dad. Why would you do that? Like,
Mhm.
it was so
That's
fucking weird.
crazy.
The whole thing.
I just want you to know that Abby said this was a good vibrator for me to have. You're like, please, you're a grown
I
woman.
actually
Don't
said
tell
you
your
should.
dad.
I was like, you should have went with a magic wand. Just saying. But
You know, men should also be open to the idea to allow that, not all the time, but once in a while to let that be in play during the process of the whatever you
yeah,
guys want to call it. Yeah, trust me, do it. Just trust me on this. Like, you pull it out and be like, babe, we're gonna do this. And just, see where that leads you and see how things change in your relationship a little bit.
I toys aren't a real frequent thing in my relationship.
They
Like
are?
of any, they aren't.
They aren't?
Uh-uh. And I mean, not because we haven't tried everything, just to be experimental, but it doesn't usually, it's more of like a nostalgia. It's like, if you put a Ferris wheel in your backyard, you think, I'm going to use this Ferris wheel every day. I'm so excited. But really, you don't.
Mm.
And we've gotten things that were downright awful, awful, that were like where we gave it a college try and then we hated it so much we were like, we want to throw this away. We don't even want this. Where you're like, you drop good money on something and you're like, you don't even want this.
I know. Oh, man.
Like you're disgusted. Like you're just like, this is awful. But overall, I mean, sometimes, but just not often.
Yeah. Once in a while, don't make it like an all the time thing, but like,
You shouldn't ever be nervous about it there.
yeah,
Whatever the thing is that your partner might need, you shouldn't feel insecure by it there. Whatever it is, I think for ladies or men. And I would say my exception to that might be porn.
or think of it as like, wow, she's really enjoying herself, and I love that for her. So I'm gonna let her enjoy herself,
And
and
just
I'm
be a
gonna,
part of it. Like you
like,
get
yeah,
to
but
be like,
Yeah.
part of the
Well,
whole thing.
that's
But I think for ladies and men, whatever thing that your partner might be into, it doesn't mean they don't want you. If they're telling you about that thing, they want you to be included in it. You shouldn't be insecure by it.
Yeah.
well, and like a woman touching herself while you guys are in the act, like that's not because you're not doing your job. It's seriously like as a woman, I know my
It's
body.
just an extra
I know
level
my
of
body. I know what's gonna work for me.
pleasure.
So like, let me
Abby's
do
fucking
that.
trying to sneeze at the same time.
We huff and pepper over here. I'm just trying to go full body orgasm.
Oh, my Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh my god.
I honestly think, in my heart of hearts, most dudes out there
Mm.
could do all the things, anything that you'd think you need extra, sniffing pepper, a butt plug, I think a dude who gives a fuck could do it alone without any of the toys. Like a dude who gives a fuck can give you the best orgasm of your life.
Yeah.
Like a dude who cares and is like present and there and like doesn't just care about his penis and just himself getting off. And like I think every dude could like it, or most men can fully please a woman. I think they just have to be
Yeah.
intentionally there
Yeah.
and like want to and have a discussion with her that I want to learn your body. Like I want to know your body like I know my own body.
Like
'Cause
explore.
yeah, because sometimes I feel like men the same like this is where I think women are the same that maybe men don't know. Sometimes I think women they just want 10-minute sex too. They just want a wham bam thank you ma'am. They got chores and they got things in their life and they would love to just get off real quick and go back to it. And you might not need to hold them, but women need a little foreplay. And this is where like toys when you don't have time for all the foreplay, like the foreplay could just be doing the dishes. Like anything you could just take something off her plate so she has that little bit of time extra. But if you don't have all the time to work her up for the foreplay, this is where the toy could come in handy.
Or
Like,
create a life for her where she doesn't have to worry about all that extra shit, you
well, if you
know?
have kids and stuff, sometimes parents, even both two present parents, they have to squeeze in a moment. Two
Mhm.
parents that are there, they have to like this kid's always there, like always looking at one of us. Shit, one of us has to be there with it. It seems like all the time, and so they have to squeeze in this time. That's where like a vibrator could come in handy because then you could have this foreplay and work it up quick, and then still everybody could be satisfied. Like
Yeah.
it saves like time sometimes. It's like
Get it
you could write
done
the
before
whole
the toddler's
paper
knocking on the door.
or you could ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like, you could do your taxes or just go on TurboTax. Like sometimes we only have a little bit of time to get this done. And sometimes getting off, I think, for people is like being hangry. Like
Mm.
they don't even realize it that it's building up on them. And they might just be like, shit. Maybe it's masturbation, maybe it's sex with a person, whatever your thing is. Maybe with your partner, like you haven't made enough time. But I do think people get like pinted up in this way that I'm
Mm.
like, or maybe just, maybe I'm just speaking personally. I won't speak for the room.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a fun topic. Like even when you're with that person and talking about it, you have to be careful how you say certain things, and like, hey, I like it this way because blah 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 blah. But like saying it in a way that like will make him feel like he's still doing a good job, but like encourage him to like do things the way it feels good for you. Like when
Positive
I say
reinforcement.
yeah, and like when I say don't stop, keep going, it doesn't mean stop and change up what you're doing.
But
Continue.
maybe in the same energetically, they tell us like the word, like the universe doesn't hear don't.
Huh.
You know how they tell us like,
So it goes, yeah, just like that. Yeah.
yeah, you have to say the other thing. That's perfect.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, instead of don't and stop, because maybe for
Okay, yeah,
them,
that's
because
what you gotta say.
yeah, you hear don't, and then you're like, well, let me, and then stop. Oh, like maybe it's separate. So if you're like, that's perfection right
Sweet,
there.
sweet. I
Yeah,
get it.
because I don't hear don't stop. Like that isn't the phrase that I hear. Because I don't know what I'd do if I heard that phrase. I don't know if when I'm in, like, if I'd be like, don't, like if it would make me jarred for a minute just because I heard the word don't first. Like
Well,
I
I'll
might
say it if
stop.
it switches up. Like, like, don't, like, continue. Like, what the
Like
You were
fuck?
I don't
doing it
want
right just a minute
no,
ago.
yeah, I don't want no
Yeah.
involved in it. I don't want any of those phrases involved in
It's
the
annoying though when that happens. It's so fucking annoying. It's like you're right there, and then whoops, switch up. Like, what? Why?
switch up, the great
Mhm.
switch up. I know it's so funny. Like Nicholas says, his tongue has gone numb. I'm like, felt. That's so funny.
Wow. That's hilarious. Ay,
I know it's so funny, and
that's a good
everybody is
line.
so different.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a good line.
Yeah. um, that everybody
Uh,
is so different too. Like everybody, even as a female, like a female body, like because you're a female, but every female's different. Out of all the women I've been with, they all are very different creatures. So I think getting to know who your partner is, like I imagine men are the same. Like that's so important, like not just assuming. But then I think there's this level of intimacy gone because if we're dating online and sending dick pics and tit pics and have like coming before we ever meet in person, it's taking away something because now it's like a lot of the times I know all your like the in-depth things that might take me 6 months to know.
mhm.
I don't know. I would like the dick pics. I want to know beforehand.
Well, you just
Not me
unleashed it.
anymore. I don't like
Oh,
them. I
I'm
don't
not
find them.
inviting them. No, I don't want any of my DMs. Yeah, that's not what
Yeah,
I'm saying. I'm just saying, like,
I used to, not anymore. Like when I got them, it was like I was young and dumb, but now I'm just like, really, like no, it's no, it's not my thing anymore. It's like,
I'm just saying, like, showing up to the meeting and it's like, you know,
yeah, but
I'm
like
not
no,
insulting men, so I'm just
it
gonna
depends on
say,
the person, I guess.
Yeah, like it does depend on like I am just trying
Yeah.
to make the equivalent to like I don't want a fucking dick pic at all. Like I'd throw my phone in the river. But
I'm just saying, but if you
if I
show
get
up
a
and it's
dick
like,
pic, I take the dick, I
I need to know.
green screen the background out of it and I put it on a movie poster and then I put it in chat rooms and then we laugh and laugh and laugh about it. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And we might call it Dick of Reckoning.
Woo!
Anyway, that was just one
Yeah,
dick pic. But careful.
yeah. It
Careful.
happens.
You don't
It
want to see
happens.
your dick pic on IBMD. Anyway, I will say though, and I don't want to speak for men out there. I don't want a fucking butterfly. Don't send me a fool. Like, leave some up to the imagination. I love when girls are coy. Like, I think it's cute when they send like little pics. It doesn't have to be like all nasty. Like, it could just be like some booty or some back or some. And I'm like, okay. And I'm not saying for anyone out there either to do that. I'm just saying myself
Yeah.
personally from pictures that I think are cute and Jules like sends me or something that I'm like, okay.
We are crazy, but it's just being authentic. We're not gonna just sugarcoat things and like not share our realities. Like some of this shit happens.
I
So
will say I'm kind of glad this is on the Secret Society of Good Guys channel tonight, though.
yeah,
Why were you
Please
just
don't tell.
replaying? Did you just say everything again that we said tonight to yourself
Oh
and said,
no, I'm
"Oh
just
shit."
thinking. I'm just thinking like I gotta be careful. That's all. Like for
Yeah.
a little bit longer.
No, yeah, you should be careful. Oh boy. Woo!
Uh,
I've been
Well,
trying to be careful
we've
by
said a
like
lot,
making
but
it
we
sound like it's
haven't
not
said it
me,
all.
but yeah.
See, this is a good thing about being single. You could just say whatever. It doesn't even matter. You can't even hurt anybody's feelings because they're not in your life anymore. So it's
Yeah.
like no names. You just share experiences. You know,
I did have a long conversation with my wife about what I'm allowed to share and whatever on the show, and she's
nice.
like, whatever. Like, it is what it is. Like, we've been together long enough that if we can't, like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
My mom's even said one time we just started dating, and I was going to meet my mom and all her lady friends, and Jules was with me, and we were at brunch with the ladies, and I was talking to her, da, 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 and I was like, if you don't eat the rest of your muffin, can I have it? And my mom was like, I'm sure you've eaten enough of her muffin.
Oh my god.
Good one, mom.
Jules
Shit.
was like, "Ooh." She just wanted to die. I was like,
Like, yes,
Ma,
ma'am.
It's funny.
Uh,
Ma, what got into you?
That's awesome though at the same time. It's just like,
Yeah, my mom was friends with Jules and knew she was a lesbian before me and Jules started dating.
oh really?
And so the way that girls would, girls will hang out with a gay guy and be like, "That's my best gay."
Uh-huh.
When my mom found out the term what best gay was, she would call Julie her best gay.
Uh,
So this
so
is
she
before
knew.
Jules and I started dating.
Uh,
So my mom has known Jules for a little bit. But
Oh wow.
I knew Jules, her aunt and stuff when I was like, and her cousin when I was like, I don't know, maybe like 12.
mm.
I've known her other side of her family for a really long time. It's wild. Before I ever knew her.
Small world.
Yeah, just one of those small worlds.
It's been so long that I've been in a relationship. I don't know how you guys do it. Like, I'm like, I've been single so long, and I'm like, to be in a relationship, that takes a lot of, not a lot of work. If you, I don't know. Me, I'm like this is me. Like, I'm a hopeless romantic. I want every like thing to be romantic in my life, like for not just for me, but for the other person, and not as an act, but as a true thing. And I don't know. People can't play like that. That language that I want to share, and I wish I could find that, but it's like very rare, very very rare. They're either fucking married or in the other part of the world, or I don't know. It's just
You gotta change that. That's what the problem is.
no, I don't want to change
No,
that about me.
no, I'm saying changing that you believe that it's very rare because if you think it's very rare, then it's gonna be very
Oh,
obscure and you'll never find it. So you
you're
need to
right.
just say instead, it exists.
Yeah, you're right. It does exist, but I can't get it. I'm like it was
Just
always
cut
out
that
of
phrase
reach.
out.
Yeah,
Cut that phrase out. Just say
always
it
out of reach.
exists.
Yeah, it exists. It does exist. I know that for sure.
It exists.
Yeah.
It exists. I think it exists over and over again.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like
That's what you
when,
said, relationships are work. It's love is the easy part.
yeah.
Loving somebody is easy. It's the relationship that's the work.
Yeah, and loving someone's easy, and even sometimes a relationship is easy. It's like the amount of time you spend with any person is a numbers game.
Yeah.
Like any person, and so when you like have a house with that person and I don't know, I just think bills or kids or parents or I don't know if Layla's there or not. Maybe she'll be back in a second. But I don't think you have to worry about any of that shit at the very beginning. You get to have butterflies and like hold hands and go to the movies and like make out on the beach and
And just getting to know you. Like I don't know. I haven't heard that story 3,000 times yet. Like, I gotta hear it for the first time.
Yeah.
It's all so different, and so the beginning is easy. Once you get through all of that, that's when it does become work sometimes.
Yeah. And then I
Well,
think
I don't
sometimes
think
you grow
sometimes.
together.
Yeah, I think it's always work. You always have to be working to maintain and keep your relationship, to keep it fresh. And 'cause once it's stagnant, that's like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think that there's
Yeah.
always coming back from there.
No, and I think it's super like this is why it's so exciting. Like with Jules, like going and doing something and I do stuff. It's because sometimes we do stuff together and it's like like we're about to go on a cruise for a week, and it's so great when it's like no phones, no nothing, just in the middle of the ocean for a week.
Yeah.
I get to like be present and hang out with my friends when I'm present, and I don't have to worry about my wife being jealous or being insecure or thinking whatever. She's like, I hope she has a good time. And
Yeah,
that's
that's
the same
awesome.
thing I think for her.
I hope she's
So
having a good time.
I know I hope she is too. I'm so grateful that I didn't have to go. It was kind of like the thing too, when my buddy first said, Chaney, I think it's bullshit you have to go to baby showers. I never go to baby showers. And I just
Mm.
felt validated. Like, yeah, why do I have to? Why do I have to go to baby showers? Why do I have to go to sex parties? Why do I have to go to, because there was all these things that I had to do just because we were lesbians that I'm like, no, I want to be treated like the man in this respect. I don't want to do any of those parties ever again. I don't like being the only couple in the room when there's sex toys going. You like doing that with your lady friends? I don't sit around with my bro homie dyke friends and we're like, let's look at dildos. We don't do that stuff.
You don't? Shit,
Yeah.
I thought maybe you guys were looking at the ones with drills or something, you know?
No, like, so I just am like,
Uh,
I don't want to go to all the lady parties unless it's like my girls.
yeah.
Yeah. I really don't want to either, if I'm being honest. So
Maybe that's your rule
I
in the
don't get a
next thing
pass.
too.
Yeah.
I just want to stay in bed all day and have fun.
And eat
I
Like,
like
why?
those
Cheez-Its.
days. You know what? Those days, when you get those days and it's like, we're both off today and it's raining outside. So, oh, we were going to do the lawn or we were going to go to Home Depot and fix the blank. Oh, we
Fuck
can't
that.
do it. It's raining outside. And now you're like, we should lay in bed all day and watch whatever. And you order food to the room and you don't do shit. And then
That's the
sometimes
best.
the best is as a couple when sometimes even in your town you get a really nice hotel room away from the responsibility of your house and then you get room service ordered to the room and you just stay in the room the whole time and eat
Hmm.
and fuck and smoke and whatever else and get a balcony because it's
Yeah,
nice to have sex on
smoking.
a balcony. If you get a
That's
really nice place, you're not out for the view.
You want the
Yeah.
bathtub jacuzzi too, though, like, with the
Yep.
like, you want that. Yep. Because that's what we do when I lived in Nevada. We would just do it every once in a while. We'd just go get a nice ass room and enjoy it.
Yeah, I think more sometimes too, I would say a lot of women I know they're like looking at the responsibilities of the house and all this stuff and all this stuff. And even if a dude, let's say he was like, I'm gonna clean the kitchen for her, she'll just find something else to fill that sometimes. Like sometimes a guy feels like it's a losing battle. Like then I help, then she started folding laundry. Like, because a lady just sees all the things, all the things, all the things. So I think that's where you like sibling, friend, somebody the woman trusts, where you're like,
Yeah.
will you watch our house for the night? Whether it's kids, dog, you plan it. And then even so it's not far away because ladies have a panic thing. Like you can't drive them 2 hours away or get on a plane. They start having a panic of like, but if you just have a hotel in your town and she just has that and you have the meal plan in the hotel, she'll put out.
Hmm.
She'll be
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's like you can like be free. Just be you guys, you know?
You know what my issue is? When my husband would, like, start doing the dishes or something like that, I would feel guilty or whatever that he's doing something like that. So then I felt like I needed to clean something. So it wasn't necessarily that there's more shit to do. There was definitely more shit to do, but it was like, okay, why are you doing that? So now you're cleaning. So now I feel like I have to clean too. Like, I don't know.
Mm.
We have a rule that if she's cleaning or if I'm cleaning, unless we agreed upon it, like she doesn't feel like she would have to get up if I got a wild hair because we're nesting at different times in our
Yeah.
and so like I think that left our relationship a while back where it's like no, and I don't, both of us do things differently and we don't mind the other staying out of, but like the lady in us doesn't mind if the others just nope, you just stay out of my hair. Like I clean, I'll like put everything up on the table or like do one room at a time and then sweep and mop all the way to a corner where like and Jules likes the kitchen a certain different than I like the kitchen. You know, like we just have little different things, but we don't unless we agree upon it. Like tomorrow, we're gonna wake up and clean house, and then we'll
Yeah.
take different rooms and we'll judge the other for whatever job we do in that room. But we don't because I know a lot of couples. I heard this once from not a couple without a lot of money. They said if you're fighting about housework, you need to get a maid. Like you guys need to figure it out what it takes extra because look how much we pay for our phone bills and our Netflix and our things and things and things. If you're fighting about whatever thing you fight about, there might be a just an easier.
See? Yeah. But this is where I don't mind cleaning and doing all that as long as you're taking care of everything else that I don't need to worry about bills, this, that. I will be the housewife.
Yeah,
I
if you
don't
didn't
mind
have
that.
to
I
go to work
love
and
that.
work a
If
40-hour work week, you're
yeah.
good.
Are you kidding? Like I'd dress up.
Oh,
I'd
that's where
look my
Jules, if
best.
she
Like
would be the
I would
greatest
be the
housewife.
ultimate, like I would make myself dolled up for him, get the house cleaned, not look like a schlub every fucking day. Like
Like
I
a
would have
pudgy
y-
mudge.
yeah, like I would do that. But, when that day comes, it'll come. It'll come.
Yeah, it'll come.
Yeah.
Look, it's
Will come.
just everything. It's all happening.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even know. Did we even talk about one? We say anything esoteric or conspiracy tonight? See,
No.
the chat threw us off. We started with queef and it.
That's it. Like you put us on that mental pathway for a female. Like
It's your fault.
sometimes it's just
Fart.
yeah.
It's your fault.
It's almost
Chat.
just as bad when you accidentally say fart as if you were to actually fart.
I know. That
It's
was
almost
funny.
as bad. It's like right there with
Not
it.
the BJ. No, we got to talk about the BJ before we go.
Talk about
Definitely.
the BJ.
It's
I feel
awesome.
like I could do it now, like if it was a challenge on like a game, if we were on a thing, but you guys would never pick me. I would be the last picked in the group. And I would tell you
Mhm.
guys, I don't think I'm going to be great at this. I think I could probably finish, but it's not going to be a great time. And
Yeah.
like, if like a gun was to our head, I'm be like, all right, I don't think I'm going to be great at this.
I love it. And there's women who don't like it, and I don't understand why. But it's great. It does
I threw up
something for
once,
me.
and so for a while I didn't want to do it. It
Really?
was not.
I've never
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
never threw up. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
had
is
really bad
a
morning
horrible
sickness.
experience.
Yeah, I had really, really bad morning sickness for a long time. And like
Oh,
it
wow.
wasn't morning, it was all day long. So yeah. Like I
Mhm.
lost 13 pounds in my first trimester. I couldn't keep anything down. So I don't even know what I was thinking. So yeah.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. I
And I
think
didn't want to do
girls
it for a
farting
long
is a
time.
turn off too.
what
I
is
just there's nothing sexy
Girls
about farting.
farting. I just am kind of one of these people. This is where this too. If I think like if our house was bigger, like our last house, we had 2 bathrooms. I don't mind having separate space from her. I don't mind never knowing she's shitting or farting. Like I kind of
mm,
like
Thank
that
you.
kind of
I think that there should be some kind of boundaries like that too, for sure.
like I don't want
yeah.
to have a conversation. I don't need to know it. Like, it's fine. I'm not disgusted. Like, if I have to pull a cup out, like whatever things have to happen, I'm there to help. But I also like this idea that she's just like a perfect little fairy.
That doesn't shit. I know. I'm with you on that. I just feel like I don't like to think about that.
I know some little
So,
girls
does
that
it
they're
turn
cute
people
little
off when they
girls, and then they'll be like,
accident
burp, or, and I'm like, oh, not cute anymore.
But have you do you guys get turned off at a person if they accidentally just like, oh my god, they tried to like hold it in, but it just came out type situation? Because it
No, that's
happens.
No,
just that's
no, it's
normal.
funny.
Yeah,
Mm.
that is funny.
It's funny, and then it's something you can hold over their head. Yeah, I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable, but it's like it's almost like I love you. Whoever farts first in the relationship loses.
Ah.
You might as well just do it and get it over with at the beginning, and then you regain all the power. Like, just walk into the room and just be like, I'm just gonna fart right now in front of you so we can get this out of the way.
Mhm. Like I used to, dude, like I hurt myself trying to hold a fart in before, like on a car drive, like you're in a car and you're just like holding, it's just, oh, it's hard
Okay,
sometimes.
here's a real question. Would you
Hmm.
rather the fart be stinky in the situation or loud?
Oh god.
It's just
Oh
Loud.
my
you
God.
Loud.
driving in the car with a dude,
Loud.
like on a date. It's first
Loud.
date. You like him. You're riding back to you invite him back to your place. You're like, oh my gosh, this is my dream
Loud.
guy, and then you're like, would you
Loud.
rather like
Loud.
sneak one out that he doesn't hear at all, or just let it rip on the leather seats where it's like,
Loud, bro. Oh yeah,
So they're
no.
like, "What?" 'Cause that would be me. If somebody did that to me, I'd be like gagging, and then I'd be like, "No, nah, dude, you fucking need to clear that shit up. You need to start shitting right. There's something wrong with you." So
you
no, not that. It would have to be loud.
wouldn't it be like you're just like zzz, you just roll the window down. You don't say anything. Look at I
Light a
wonder
match.
They're still gonna smell it. I've had sly motherfuckers try to pass one, in the car, and I'm like,
if it was loud
dude.
and they were like if it was loud and then they were like, "Oh my gosh," would a way to break the ice be like, "Oh, it wasn't a fart, I just queefed."
Yeah. Oh my god, that's great. I'm gonna try that one day. Just for shits and giggles.
No pun intended.
Had all this air up there.
That's
Shit.
hilarious.
Be like, "Oh, it was just a queef." But then you're like, "Please don't stink. Please don't stink. Please don't."
I
I'm
mean,
getting an ab
shit.
workout tonight.
It fucking happens. Either it stinks or it doesn't. It's a fart, y'all. What do you expect? Flowers, daffodils, like, yeah,
Everyone poops,
yeah.
and they
They
all
Um,
do.
do. It's true. They do. But it's not polite to.
I've been in gym and a girl was doing sit-ups and she was farting every sit-up. And I was like,
Ooh,
"Why isn't she stopping?
stop, girl.
Why is she continuing?"
What's going on there?
It's
What's
like
going on?
deadlifting and pissing on the floor, though. There's like lots of women who do that. Like,
Oh wait, isn't there a thing like you deadlift and your like organs can fall out?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say you
don't
can have an
know.
orgasm doing it on certain
Women women piss
workouts.
on the floor a lot.
They
I
piss,
don't
they
know if I would
orgasm too.
I don't know if
I've
I
heard
would
that.
deadlift if I just pissed on the floor.
I like because your belt hits like okay, so a woman, you have to have a specific kind of lifting belt. You need to have like the skinny front, like where it's only like 2 inches. Because and I know because when I did lift it with a thicker belt, the belt hits your bladder. And so like I would literally in between sets, I'd go run to the bathroom and I would put a bed on, run to the bathroom, freaking go to hit my next set, run back to the bathroom, change it, like in between sets. Like I'd go to the bathroom every time. And
Mm.
then I realized it was the belt. So I got a different belt. Never happened again. But I hated. I called them dreadlifts, and I was so worried I was gonna piss on the floor one day. I was like, "Fuck, please don't not let me be that bitch," because like those powerlifters will be up there freaking deadlifting and pissing all over the floor, not just a little bit. It's like straight up
Mm. My
stream.
favorite is runner's high. I don't know, like when you're on a treadmill or an elliptical and you're just fucking going and you hit that point, I love that so much. Like you feel like your whole body is having that orgasmic experience. It's not like an orgasm, but like almost like it. It's
It's
so good.
euphoric. I've never felt it,
Yeah. Oh,
but
it's
I'm not a
so good.
runner.
I'm not either, but when I hit the elliptical, like I go in like 30 minutes, pop. And I'm like beast mode on it.
I understand the anatomy, but why? Because a woman's bladder is different than a man's for whatever reason. I guess because of her uterus is displaced a little bit.
Mm, I
Not,
wonder.
I mean, it's in the right place, but it's just different.
An awkward place.
Yeah.
What's going on over there? I can't hear you.
Hold on one sec. I'm just helping Jules out of her dress.
Oh, oh, I
Oh,
love that.
Hold on one second. I know. She said sorry. I know this is like
No, don't be.
hi, Jules.
Hey, hello.
You look so beautiful tonight.
All right.
She's gorgeous.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
She's sitting on my lap right now, and I'm like, but I was like, oh, they can't see this on screen. This is
No,
perfect. And then I was like,
I know. I was like, what is she doing?
She's
Because
gorgeous.
I know what's right there right now. Like, there's nothing there
Yeah,
on
I
her
was like,
side.
what is she
Like, so I'm like,
sewing? Or and now I see
since
the
we've
blonde
been
hair
in,
peeking out right there.
yeah,
this
yeah, it's a
crop is
tricky dress.
insanity. If
Mm.
if I was trying to get into this right now, I would rip it.
I believe that.
You guys are really
We're all like zoned out.
I know.
Zoned in.
I was actually reading the chat. Someone
Yeah, the
said that
chat's
their guy
so
gets off
great
on
tonight.
sucking her tailbone. I was like, what the fuck? I've never had somebody do that before. Have
Tailbone?
you ever had anybody? Yeah.
I would rip this already. If it was
Have you ever
me.
had somebody do that, Layla?
What? Do what? Suck a tailbone?
Yeah.
On a person?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't know.
Me either.
Do you need scissors? I know. It's insane.
I
Was
love
it
this.
easier to get it on?
Yeah, it went right on.
Oh,
Okay,
thank God.
go.
Mic check.
Well, gosh, that was a she would. Yeah, Jules needs to do the mic checks from now on.
Right? Be like, honey, we need a mic check real quick.
Oh shit.
That was hot.
I know, that's so funny. That's what I'm saying. Jules is I need an auditory girl.
Hmm. She'd be perfect.
I need an attaboy. Like, after all that, now I need to hit a joint.
Yeah, I can't smoke right now. I haven't been
She was like,
smoking
I
a
am
lot
so
recently.
sorry. I'm like, no, this is a perfect show to do it on. Actually,
Yeah.
sit down. I like that you guys are like, what is she doing?
Yeah, I thought you were like, I don't know, like sewing something. And that's what it looked like. I'm like, what is she sewing right now?
It had like a zipper and then a clasp at the top. And the clasp at the top, how it went in, it had like this big hook almost, but I couldn't just unhook it out. And so then I was like, I heard my father in my head say, Jane, you got to be smarter than the clasp. Like so then I had to stop and look at it for a minute because I was like rushing it for like, okay, let me try. And then I was like, stop, look at it. And I almost had to just turn it upside down and it came right out. It was like kind of easy once I.
Yeah.
But honestly, that would have been a dead dress. If that would have
Yeah.
been a dead
It's just
dress.
we're throwing it out after.
Yeah, but I would have just ripped it. She probably would have been wearing the top of it later still. Like, I would have ripped it up. She would
Uh,
still have the neck piece on later. Like, so
uh,
silly. So
those
silly.
are those are great moments in those type of scenarios, like things being ripped off the body and like
I'll
those are good scenarios.
be like, "Can I rip it?" But then I've also my fave is if a girl gives you like, "Rip it." Like, if the girl says it before you would even think to, it's nice to get the go ahead.
Hmm. Yeah.
They should make a shirt that has, like, magnet buttons just for the rip effect.
No, it's not the same. It's not the
It
same.
reminds me of shoot, what was that movie with Bridget Fonda and was it Bridget Fonda?
I love her.
And what's her name? Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
Was it Flashdance? Something like that.
I don't think either of those women were in Flashdance.
It's something. It was the one about dancing though. But she's on the bus and she's like changing her clothes and she just literally she's like Velcro, like pulls her clothes off.
I don't know what movie
That
you're
sounds
talking about.
familiar. It sounds familiar, like I've seen it, but I don't remember.
Now I gotta
Bridget
look.
Fonda. She was
It
in
might not have been-
Shag.
Yeah, that's. Oh no, it wasn't her. It wasn't Bridget Fonda.
And it wasn't Mystic Pizza. Damn, two, all twos.
Girls just want to have fun. Duh, I knew that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because there's two movies that came out. Girls Just Want to Have Fun and Mystic Pizza. So I was like, it's not Girls Just Want to,
Helen
or it's
Hunt.
not
It was
Mystic Pizza.
Helen Hunt.
That's who jumped out of the
Mm.
window on the last episode that we got in trouble for. Like, we had to take that part out of the episode because we got in trouble for it, of her jumping out of the window. And she stars in the movie Twister, who we brought up tonight.
Oh, that's right. That's odd.
Helen Hunt. Helen Hunt's one of those celebrities. When she came out of the closet, I was like, duh, right? It was like Jodie Foster. I'm like, no one's surprised, homie.
Yeah, Jodie Foster totally has the vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
That's a vibe, yeah.
All
That's a
right, you
vibe.
guys. I love you.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on if
Love
you
you
found us on Rumble
guys.
or on the Secret Society of the Good Guys channel on YouTube, or if you're one of the very few people that found us on X. We're all over the place tonight. I almost played the I don't give a damn about my bad reputation, but I did look out weekends instead.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah. Well, I love you guys and I love you, chat, and we will be around
Good night.
Friday night. And make sure you follow us on the same channel because we're in trouble on the other channel for another week.
Yeah.
And that'll be our last strike
or nor
on that channel. But
Shit.
maybe, yeah. But I'm gonna upload some of the older episodes of Secret Society of the Good Guys onto the Rumble channel. So there'll be a back
Dope.
catalog there. So anything that's gotten taken down will all be over there.
Love
So,
it.
all right. And maybe I'll even figure out some of our episode with the movie thing. I think those are recorded too. I think we can
Oh,
put those up on
nice.
Rumble. Yeah.
Okay,
That'd be
cool.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. Okay, we love you guys, and we will see you very, very soon. Let me.
Buenos noches.
Nothing
let me
in
take-
mir. Julian Ahmed. Kann ich
Oh,
ihn
that's pretty.
sammeln, ein Pfaffchen ander.
What
That
did you
means-
just say?
I said, good night, sweet dreams. Who you have in your heart, I hope you see in your dreams.
Britney Spears, can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
to the good guys. Good guys, good guys. Good guys, witches, widows, bigamists, entertaining, cunning linguists. Good guys. Forum of decorum needs a secretive society to advance on philosophies intentionally, magically. Good guys, good guys, good guys, good guys. Witches, weirdos, mischief making. It's okay to change your thinking. Good guys. Good guys, good guys.
Bunnies. Hi. Okay, of course she's starving for the most attention because she's the youngest. Give me attention, please. Now, Sarah, you're very stuck up. And you're too cool for school, I get it. Jesus Christ, be nice. Girls, be nice. No fighting. Be nice.